Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jaylee. This is JayLeesCorner. Happy Christmas Eve, y'all. Look, it is Christmas Eve. It's cold all around the world, honey, and it is mess going down. And at first, I wasn't going to come back on camera at all until Thursday. I was going to take a couple of days off, but child, yesterday on Carlos the King Live, he does Monday Live to recap Love and Marriage Huntsville and also to recap Belle Collective. Now, while I do not review Belle Collective, I do watch it. And on child the live, Carlos was shocked, child, because why? Another cast member of his show quit. Okay, not only did they quit live on the thing. Child completely shocked that man. Now, to me, this is an ongoing situation because Aikisha quitting, you know, it's crazy. We know that Stormy had quit. We know that Monique had quit. We know that Winter have quit. So I'm just saying, a lot of people been quitting what he be doing. And I was like, who is the problem? Is it the cast? Or is it the person who was running the show, Carlos of the King? Now, we're going to get into it all, okay? If you do not watch Belle Collective, then I get it, okay? But we're going to do a little deep dive because guess what? It's Christmas Eve. We all probably are, having the day off at home, chilling or whatever. Hi. And I said, why not, girl? When your clothes get a bit bigger, a bit bigger and baggy or whatever, it just looks. I gotta get some new sweatshirts, some hoodies, but it's fine. We just have to get into it. So look, y'all already know to like, comment, share, and subscribe to my channel. Y'all know to always do those things. You can follow me on social media at JayLeesCorner on IG, Twitter, and TikTok. I want y'all to be interactive in the comment section, okay? Do that for me, okay? Come on now, dumplings and hot cocoa around here. Happy holidays to everybody in the world, okay? Come on now, new member. Thank you for becoming a member on the JayLeesCorner of it all, okay? Look, when I saw yesterday, Gooped and Gagged. Now look, I was gonna pop on some nails but I didn't because when I get up here, I'm going to wash my hair. Okay, I don't feel like putting them on, take them off. But gagged was the thing. Okay. Also, while I was getting prepared to come on live with y'all, Letitia and Latrice had went live, I believe Saturday or Sunday after the episode aired, and they had said some things, and I could not at first I could not find it, but I found a piece of what they said that kind of led up to all of this kerfluffle. Okay, y'all know around here what we get into, all of it. You can't tell part of a story. We have to follow the Yellow Brick Road, okay, to get to the wizard. Okay, now even the wizard is an evil lying person. Okay, we have to get to the thing. Okay, so again, happy holidays, everybody. We're gonna spend Christmas Eve together, watching together a little watch along of what happened on Carlos King's show. Watch what Latrice and Letitia said and stuff, and just hey, mama. Mama on vacation. She's on Christmas vacation like everybody else. Love you. Okay. But yes, hey to everybody. Thank you to those who are watching live. Also those who are going to be watching the replay. Okay, but make sure if you're watching and your fingers work, make sure to be interactive. Okay, interact. Okay. Aikisha knew she was leaving the woman. Carlos didn't change her twerking, and she made a decision. Okay. Now, a couple of things. Because the thing where y'all also know. Okay, y'all, there's always other content up. So go if you new around here, go watch the other content. Okay, that's on the channel. We have been having many conversations surrounding Carlos King shows around here. We have a little gossip chats around here. I think tomorrow's Christmas. Maybe Thursday. Because I had seen the whole full police video of Karen DUI. I want us to have a little watch along of that. So we may do that Thursday. Okay, because tomorrow's Christmas. I want to chill out tomorrow. But on here I told y'all we also get into Carlos responding to Martell and Coleslaw video and a bit of the backlash of his antiques. Okay, so again, Carlos goes live every Monday on his channel. Okay, and he discussed the shows around here. And while I felt like I don't think Carlos is going to fully indulge us and say what needs to be said about Martell, but there was a bit of a conversation. So Carlos of the King, Martell and Coleslaw, the Scotts, and also Mel. This dynamic has been going a little bit crazy. We all know that Coleslaw and Martell had went live with somebody who we still don't know who she is, child. We think she's an alien around here. A stranger. Okay, so I first want to get into Carlos's response for what it was. Okay, because him and Dustin were discussing. Do I have it? Child, wait, did I do. Because I gotta be sure I'm pulling up the right clip. Because we gotta get it in pieces. Okay, so and here. Okay, so firstly, where my box at? Where's my box? Where did I see the box I'm looking for, child? Is this one? No. Child, did I remove it? Maybe I removed the box that I wanted around here, and I shouldn't have. We're gonna just do this one. Okay, I thought I had a different one up here, but it's gone, and I gotta replace it. So, or maybe hold on. Y'all give me a second. I think I should be able to do this. See how I be doing, y'all? See what I be doing, trying to get things together? I don't know how to move it. I can't. I have to do it once we off here. We'll just use this one. We'll use the small box, okay? But they were discussing Yeah, we got a whole live. We are live and in color. So again, the girl Jazz. I don't know who Jazz is. I believe she's a producer, an EP within the Carlos King, Carlos Rain, Carlos Productions, or whatever. So she was on there too. Now I did not look took the catch because he was on live for a full like over 2 hours, and usually he don't be on like that. Okay, so let me pull up because I think if you want to see the full longer version, yeah, he was on live for 2 hours and 20 minutes. Okay, if you want to see all of that, go to Carlos King page, get to it, and let that be that. Okay, but I have the clips that I want to discuss, and that's why we here. So the first thing they got into on the money thing, Dustin is smart because Dustin knew Carlos is not going to bring up, coleslaw and Martell. However, it was all over social media. Everyone talking about it. We can't not get into it, okay? So shout out to Dustin for bringing it up to make Carlos have to speak on it, okay? And Dustin is a Michigan native. He's from Flint. I'm from Detroit. So I'm saying Carlos is from here too. But again, kudos to Dustin for making sure, hey, let's keep it real. Let's keep it real.
Saw over the weekend where Martell Holt, of Love and Marriage Huntsville fame, and Arionne Curry, who is the mother to his youngest child, they had a young lady on their live who.
Now, I also want to bring up, I don't know who told Carlos. Now I get Carlos was dressed up because Carlos told us on this live how this would be his last live of 2024. So he's dressed up as if it's Happy New Year. He dressed up, for special time. He's dressed up, to celebrate himself. And look, I don't want anyone to think I'm a hater. Carlos King, has his own lane. He knows celebrities, so it's easier for him. It's easy as heck for him to get people on his platform. But he had to grow to be that. We know he did not start because he's from here. You know what I'm saying? So I want to say, this to not be no hater. Congrats to him for getting to the point of where he is news. Okay. Shout out to him for being able to get shows on OWN and the other networks. I want to first give him, yeah, congratulations, confetti. Okay. So that's one thing. So I want to say that just so that why she always hating on Carlos King? Let's give him a moment. Let's give him a moment.
She's an icon. She's a legend, and she is the moment. Now, come on now.
Okay, given what needs to be gave and whatnot. Okay, now, okay. So congrats to him for getting this far. Okay, but now let's finish listening.
Looked like she was in the witness protection program. And she looked like she was in disguise, okay? An angel in disguise she was, sitting up there in that white room, okay, Jasmine? I don't know if you saw it. It was not a set. It was a white room. Now, I know they sell spec homes down there in Huntsville. I know Martell then finally got his paperwork submitted, at least, for the licensing he needs.
For the builder license?
To be in a home that would have an empty room like that, where they could set up those stools and those microphones and get it popping like that. So
I told y'all Martell rented that stuff. He rented the microphones, he rented them chairs, and we don't know who house he was in when he was recording stuff. Carlos' face, most of this broadcast, something was up. You know what I'm saying? Because Carlos don't like discussing things he can't control. He don't like discussing things that can maybe be a bad look for him. He does like to control the narrative. He likes to control this atmosphere. And that's fine because that's his channel. Okay, you want to control what is being spoken about and stuff. So a part of me feel like he did not even want to get into the Martell coleslaw of it all. Because I'm probably because this guy is suing.
Watch that, and I don't know if y'all had the same takeaway. I'm assuming you both watched, Jasmine. The way you got your eye on shit, I know you saw it. And I just feel like I'm clear now, right? I feel like I'm clear now. I understand that Martell is right where he belongs with Arionne. They have so much chemistry. Mm-hmm. They both were in the bowels of the internet together the other night, meeting.
Child, the bowels, the deep down bowels of the shittiness where they were.
Introducing us to some woman who was miscellaneous and anonymous, and they were making fun of her in the screen caps that they used to promote the interview, body shaming her and shit, saying Marceau has a type. And she was sitting up there rambling and sputtering and coming up with things. And I just was really I don't even know if we're supposed to be talking about this shit tonight. You know what I mean? Because we try to stay away from things.
It don't even matter.
It's your show.
I just feel like, damn, you know what I mean? Now, if never before, I know that Martell Holt and Arionne Curry are a match made in heaven. They are made for each other. The way that they were in sync and in step down there doing that interview together.
Down there, okay, don't get it twisted. No one is saying that Coleslaw and Martell are great. You know, Coleslaw and Martell is a match made in abundance heaven. Okay, Coleslaw and Martell is amazing for the people. No, ain't nobody saying that. Not today, not ever. Okay. However, Coleslaw and Martell are a dynamic duo of debauchery, and we don't want it-ness.
I have just my eyes are open and I'm clear now. And I just thought it was funny to me of all the things we've been watching Martell on TV. Let's take Arionne out of it because honestly, she's not on the show. To me, it's unfair to discuss her in that context, right? Focusing on Martell, who's a cast member. Of all the things, we've been watching him on TV for many, many years, and we watched Melody depart that marriage and thrive, skyrocket into solo success so much so she changed her name and married her goddamn self on television, okay? We saw that. We haven't seen any movement with Martell. And I just thought it was telling that of all the things that he could apply himself to, of all the things for him to make an effort for, of all the times for him to show up with something to say, this the conversation you want to have? This is how you introduce Arionne and y'all's coupling to the world?
Mm-hmm. And to me, I want to also say it's also proof to how viewership and attention doesn't equal talent. You know what I'm saying? Viewership and the views on a person's video and how we see someone doesn't make it interesting. Because that video, I believe the last time I checked, child, let me see if it's still there. The last time I checked, it had over like 30,000 views. Okay, let me go to Coleslaw. Child, she got one video. Yeah, that video now has 43,000 views. And coming from a person who feel like, child, you can be as talented as you can and very entertaining, and sometimes you won't get the viewership because it's got a whole bunch of bullshit and mess. Okay, Coleslaw and Martell having that video go viral doesn't mean anything except we like the mess of it all. Okay, it don't mean nothing but that. But you would think that Carlos and Arionne Coleslaw think, oh, we made a child. We went back. No, not for the right reasons. Y'all brought us the bull stuff, and that's how y'all wanted to introduce yourselves to the masses as a couple, discussing other people's cheatations, and y'all the whole cheatation too.
Through this National Enquirer's Sun magazine ass gossip rag ass interview shit that you all did, I thought it was telling, you know. So I just want to kind of open with that and get that out the way so we can move on to what's on the show, what's on the television, because that was on the internet.
Yeah, because they're not on TV. Okay.
Look, Jasmine knows this being an executive producer. And obviously Dustin knows this as well. So we are in production right now for a new season of Love and Marriage Huntsville.
So, y'all think Coleslaw filming? I doubt it, but okay.
So when anything happens when things happen that's current in season, I don't talk about it. Unlike a lot of people, I respect my job and I make sure not to go against what I get hired to do. So I wait until I sit in the reunion chair to address things. So we do have a reunion coming up for this current season of Love and Marriage Huntsville. And there's been a lot of things that happen in this whole year when it comes to Huntsville that I know people are like, are you going to talk about it? Why are you not talking about it? It's because I obey the obligation that is within my job. So
yeah,
it will be, you know what I'm saying? So listen, you two are allowed to talk about anything you want to. I do not want to get a phone call or email.
Yeah, let's clear that up. We're not Carlos's mouthpieces. We're sharing our opinions. We weren't prompted to discuss anything or share anything because, you know, people can run with that when we say things. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to clear that up.
Listen,
nobody told us to say nothing.
Yeah, no.
This is how we feel. Yeah.
Listen, people are in here to make sure that before Christmas Day, they get to run up on YouTube and use my picture as a thumbnail and make money. I ain't mad at it.
Not Carlos can't come for the YouTubers because he is in the thumbnail, child. He is absolutely in the thumbnail, okay? But I'm like, sir, if you can use other people in your thumbnails because their story, we can do the same thing, okay? But thank you for the check. Mm-hmm.
honey, listen, call me Santa, honey. I'm coming down the chimney on a YouTube channel, making sure y'all get fed. So listen, obviously people know that I don't make y'all say anything. Just like people like to say Funky Dineva's on my payroll, and Funky Dineva was Funky Dineva before y'all even knew who Carlos King was. And if that was the case, I would have Funky Dineva talk about Belle Collective or Family Empire Houston. Why would I pay him to talk about a show that's number one?
Now, folk do feel like he was using Funky to promote Love and Marriage Huntsville. And while I don't think he did that directly, but I do think he involved Funky Dineva in some other things on Huntsville in the past to help the show get more eyes on it. Okay, I just think Funky Dineva don't watch the other shows. Okay, so that meant Belle Collective and that Houston show probably isn't, I didn't watch the Houston show at all. I've always watched in the bushes Belle Collective. Okay, but he can act like that he did not have a very popular YouTuber go and be on the show, film the show, because Funky Dineva don't live in Alabama. Now, I know he had went to the business of family, but I do feel like, Carlos has, knocked on Funky door and made sure that he was involved in some kind of way. I just think you couldn't do that authentically with other shows, because at that point, it is a paid-for thing.
It makes no sense. But this upcoming reunion that airs in 3 weeks, I think, or whatever, you will hear me ask, get into, banter, question, interrogate a lot of things that you guys were asking me to talk about on my YouTube.
That's
so
good.
Wait until the reunion and all of your questions will be answered about the other stuff. Now, the stuff that happened this weekend, y'all got to wait. I was trying to enjoy my Christmas weekend going shopping, child, and my phone was blowing up, honey. Jasmine DMs me, child, and I was just like, I just want to enjoy my holiday break, but such is life.
Now, that was a bit of all he said about the Martell Cole situation. I call BS, because unless Martell and Cole are filming, you can discuss it. I still wonder, is Martell filming? Okay. Or if he means we're going to catch the reaction of, Mel, Tisha, Marceau, Kimmy, and Maurice, because we're all filming right now. Carlos loves to use the, in production excuse. Okay. And I get it. I am a believer that, let's not spoil what is being filmed right now, but that would include not letting your cast members, okay, go on the YouTube streets, okay, and do a whole interview with the alleged side chick of their castmate, okay. The time to say I won't comment on that is because it's stuff happening behind the scenes that we ain't seen yet. We seen Martell, okay, and this lady, okay, and Coleslaw, like this aired. And can't nobody tell me that this is a part of the show. Carlos and them ain't right filming Coleslaw and Martell driving in an Uber to the rented studio space, carrying the microphones and a rental in the truck. Can't nobody tell me that it's going to be filmed this season at all. Because if that's the case, ain't no way on God's green earth that Kimmy, Maurice, Marceau, Tisha, and Mel would keep filming. Why not address your crazy, deranged cast member, Martell Desperate Holt? Coleslaw ain't on the show. And I like how Dustin said, let's not even address Coleslaw because she's not even on the show. Let's address Martell directly. But Carlos, to me, is the king of deflection. When he don't want to be held accountable and to discuss, hey, who is that? Because they was like, who is that? Do you know that lady? Who is she? And he kept laughing and not wanting to to entertain, you know. So he's a master deflection, and they'll say, watch the show. Now the reunion stuff that we're going to watch and see, some of the stuff don't even matter. Why? Because y'all filmed it 2 months ago, and certain stuff that happened this season that we're seeing air right now, the cast did not even see it to be able to respond and to discuss it. So Carlos loves using, oh, it's this production. Let's watch production. And it's like, sir, bullshit. Okay. Now, separately from that, do y'all watch Belle Collective? Okay. Now, the latest episode that came on last Friday, there was a whole altercation. Okay, hold on. There was a whole altercation. If you do not watch Belle Collective, it's a good show. You know, Belle Collective is still a representation of housewives of Atlanta, except they all in Jackson and Mississippi, and it's called Belle Collective. They're all married women, you know, with these businesses or whatever, blah, 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 with the husbands. And on the season finale, we had an altercation that happened at Latrice's opening of her little bar or whatever, and the husbands got into it. Okay, and let me, because I didn't put up no Belle Collective Belle Collective image of all the ladies. Let me, hold on, y'all. Let me get it. Let me get y'all a picture of the people, just so that there can be a clear indication, okay, of who we discussing. So the men of Belle Collective are aggravating. You know, the men on the show are aggravating mainly because you want to kind of punch them in the throat a little bit, like not to kill them. You don't want to kill them, but you do want to punch them in the esophagus real quick, because you be like, what? The only husband that people liked was Aikisha's husband, Willie. Now, Willie wasn't on the show as much. Willie is busy and booked and out in a town a lot. He's a former football player. And, you know, he was mostly out of town. He would come in town or whatever. So, but a lot of folk did like, well, some folk did not, I don't know. But Letitia's husband, Glendale, okay, who had a whole cheatation situation, a possible side baby situation. That man just quit his job and stuff. So a lot of folk did not like Glendale, okay? And you had Latrice's husband, who, Latrice's husband, what's his name? Child, why can't I think of their name? That ain't husband. The old yellow light skinned dude. Okay, what's his name? Y'all tell me her husband name, because y'all know I be forgetting stuff and y'all be helping me or whatever. So these are the Bells. Okay, we have Gucci, aka Sophia. Okay, we have Aikisha, who's in the green, Marie, Letitia, Latrice, Selena, and Tambra. Tambra don't really matter because she don't be doing much on here. But the fight had happened at the event. A lot of folks felt like Cliff, the man named Cliff. Okay, try not Cliff the drunk. But it's true. It's, you know, it's kind of sort of true. And I feel like people, the husbands, there probably ain't no picture of all the husbands together at all. Let me see if I can share my screen with y'all. Hold on. See, I should have been more prepared, and I wasn't. Because I didn't plan. At the last minute, I had found the video of the girl talking. So this is Letitia husband, Glenn. Ain't no close-up of Glenn. Child, no. We have Latrice's husband, Cliff. Okay, that's Cliff. And so Glenn, right there, Glenn and Cliff, who are good friends, out here kicking like some idiots and stuff. Okay, they don't like Aikisha's husband. He made, I can't even find a picture of Aikisha's husband. And whenever, so at the event, y'all all, here you go, Aikisha's husband, a little bit. they don't really be getting along at the all. Okay, so a fight broke out on the show. Cliff and Glenn up here tussling with Willie Child. We then had Aikisha and Letitia Child going at it. Now we now know a lot was cut out of what we saw. An actual fight did happen. A whole tussle did happen. And from the viewership of us, we felt like, as myself, I did feel like both Letitia and Latrice's husbands caused it with their petty antics towards Willie. Because sometimes, don't play with me. Play with your mama or your wife, your kids, the toys. Don't play with me. So once that played out, it was also on social media. People were pissed off. Okay. The following day, again, Letitia and Latrice went live. Now, again, this stuff happened like maybe back in April, May, or whatever. It's currently December. So they then went on live. Now, also what I want to say is I don't trust people who go on live and talk, and then take it down. I'm like, if you said what you said and you admit what you said, and it's the truth, why take it down? So I want to get into a bit of what happened, because to me, this live is the nail in the coffin that made Aikisha quit live on Carlos King's thing. Again, we ain't only on here for one. We have to watch. We have to get into all of it. Okay, we have to get into all of it. So this is Willie. Hold on. Willie is in the bottom corner. Willie was actually on Carlos King's live. That's Willie right there in the corner. But first, we're gonna get into what Letitia up top and Latrice at the bottom was saying about the event, accusing them of inviting 15 people to fight, accusing Aikisha trying to kill her girl, all kind of stuff. So to me, this live was a big part of why Aikisha and Willie chose to quit.
Why would I invite you somewhere and we trying to, and then you had other people in line to pull up?
Yeah, literally, I know one of Selena girls saw her on the phone, and then right afterwards saw like another car full of people pull up. Like, what are y'all gonna do?
Crazy. So and then when you look, that's the only thing. Because listen, the stuff that we do, the stuff that Glenn and Cliff say and do, it's like, what the hell, right? But this here did appear that like they just came for some smoke, and it was already tension before. But I understand it wasn't, it could be highlighted or whatever.
Yeah, and that's whatever. I see a few people ask, was anybody arrested? No, nobody was arrested. We just kind of wanted to go ahead and just, they left eventually, and we just continued on with, what we were doing. Now, I don't have a problem with anybody.
Lies. And to me, again, I watched the show, even though I don't review the show, but I watched the show. So I'm speaking from my experience watching the show. Latrice and Marie, who was a cat on the show, have always had tension. Okay? Latrice and Letitia were fussing last season at the reunion. Okay? Marie and Letitia were trying to fuss and fight Latrice at the reunion last year. So even her saying, I don't have an issue with it, girl, the fuck bye. You don't now. And the team up with an op. And that's Letitia. Okay, after y'all beefing, to go at Aikisha is crazy to me. Okay, so all of these ladies have had beef with each other in some kind of way. All of them have had issues, but I don't like how they're making it seem as if Aikisha came on and just, made it a big thing.
When it comes to Letitia, Maria, whatever, as long as you don't come in my family. Like, Tisha, everybody know, like, I go up about my family. So, my issue with Aikisha, and Lord knows, like, I have supported her from pajama line. I've come to any
so that we wore her pajamas. I had her pajamas on, talking about, ooh, these are so cold. Like, I supported her.
Yes. I literally come to every single event. Like, I'm Team Aikisha. Hey, let's go. Well, I'm team any woman that's doing something. Hell, even if you don't.
Now let's also say that as much as she's saying I'm teen, I feel like we have to also mention we've seen Aikisha show up to her events too. So it's not as if Aikisha has not supported Latrice as well. Okay, I just want to point that out for the peoples. Okay,
You're not doing anything. I'm just a supporter of people because I'm a people lover. And anybody know that about me. My thing with Aikisha was what people didn't see. Like my nephew was there. He was the one that grabbed Glenn and carried his ass to the back. But during all the commotion, my nephew, his phone was given to Aikisha and her people because they was trying to. It was so much going on. So they literally.
No, the reason they sound like chipmunks, I had to speed it up. It was almost 30 or like 30 minutes. So I speeded up just so that we're not having to take so long and watching it. Also, it helps YouTube. It's not like, oh, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's sped up a little bit, for that reason.
He had to, whatever. It was just so much going on, so many moving pieces. So they accidentally gave his phone to Aikisha. I'm trying to rush them out, like, here, get your phone, get out, whatever. So I'm not thinking anything other than my nephew. He's like, see, somebody stole my phone. Somebody got my phone. Production said that they gave it to Aikisha now.
So okay, if you're in the whole, cause I can't play. Y'all know I can't play the fight during the whole melee of the situation. If your nephew told you that production told him that they gave his phone to someone else because it was a whole big, mess of things, you can't make it seem as if someone stole your nephew's phone. No, what it means is, child, look at my Twitter, because I have put up a couple pictures on Twitter. What that means is, production gave his phone away because it was too much bull stuff going on. Okay, this is the after the whole thing happened. Yeah, girl, they talk so slow that I have to speed it up just so that we can get through it. Okay. But look, it's Christmas Eve, y'all. We chilling out. We're gonna just watch and talk and have a good old time or whatever and get ready for Christmas. Okay. But this was the scene she was talking about where her nephew was dragging Glendale backwards. Okay. And Glendale, who was the darker skinned gentleman, is the girl on top's husband, Letitia. But again, the fact that Glendale was having to be dragged away like an itty bitty baby. Okay, itty bitty baby. It's crazy to me. Okay. Now, again, this is Aikisha and her husband, Willie. Okay. He had locks when they filmed the show. He has now since cut his locks, so he may look different. But that was them during the scene before the altercation. Okay. Now, that's Glendale and Cliff. Cliff is the lighter skinned gentleman, and Glendale is the darker skinned gentleman. Okay, and you see Letitia with the blind back, the bad blind wig behind her husband, and Latrice is right there next to her husband. So these two gentlemen was playing dumb diddy games with Willie, knowing the men don't really like each other. They're just cordial because their wives are on the show, and it is. So again, if you really don't like me, you have an issue with me for some reason, and I don't really like you, like maybe not fuss and argue us. Now JJ and Selena dressed horribly, okay, but they were in the middle of all the bullshit. Okay, so I want y'all to see the husbands just so y'all can have an idea of who. So again, that's Willie, Aikisha's husband. Okay. They were the shits around here. Okay. Again, Letitia and Glendale and Latrice and Cliff. Okay, Dumb and Dumber, freaking frack, thing one, thing two. Okay, causing bullshit to erupt, and that's how the fight started. Okay, and again, Glendale being carried away like an itty bitty baby. Okay, so I just remembered I had that. But again, back to Latrice saying her nephew, who carried Glendale away was told
or whatever.
that production gave his phone to Aikisha and them in the middle of all the bullshit. Because when a fight is happening, it's 20, 30, 40 people, production trying to break things up, and you're just giving things like, here, go, da, 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 da. You can't say that someone stole his phone if he knew production gave it to someone. And if everybody trying to leave, ain't nobody, they just put phone drop in purse, or phone put in a car, and we leave it. Okay, so the whole someone stole a phone. No, production told you they gave the phone to the wrong person.
So I'm like, okay, cool. So he literally tracks the phone. It tracks back to Aikisha's home, right? Literally, and I got this in my phone. Literally tracks back to Aikisha's home. So I didn't still didn't think nothing of it because my nephew grown. You handle your own business. But he died a week later.
Oh, may he rest in peace. No, man, why you bring up dead people?
And you know this piece.
And he's on the episode.
Girl, you know I hate to get emotional about it.
I know. I was like, and he was on the episode. You want to see it? Yeah.
So he died like a week later. So the only thing I'm thinking about is like memories of him, you know, like his last moments and how he was so happy and taking pictures at the event. So I'm, you know, we share, like I got everybody location, my entire family. So I'm looking at find my whatever, that app. So I'm looking at his name and I'm thinking like he told me that somebody took his phone or whatever that production gave it to Aikisha. So I'm looking at the location. The last location literally is still Aikisha's house. So I'm like, okay, this bitch got my nephew's phone. So I text Aikisha. I'm like, Aikisha, you know, my nephew production said that they gave you my nephew's phone. I need his phone. You know, not telling her the reason why. Like, I want his phone because those are his memories. Those are his last memories with us. So, you know, she called me and she's like, well, I don't know. No, I literally sent her a screenshot of her address and to find my phone. I wish I had my other phone with me so I could show you guys. So she's like, well, I don't know anything about a phone or whatever. I'm like, you know, I'm like, this is your location, right? So she's like, well, you know, I don't know what happened, but I'll ask my niece about the phone or whatever. So it's a lot of.
I get her frustration, the nephew, uncle's band and died. You want the person's phone back, I get that. However, it's not as if she stole that man's phone. Someone gave her a phone in the middle of a melee. I'm pretty sure that phone was probably sat down somewhere. The battery probably died. Child, he died too. Okay, and she may not really know what the phone had. And when you beefing, bitch, I don't care about that phone. But unless you say to me, hey, you got my nephew's phone, he died, I want it back. If we beefing and you say I got something and I don't know where it's at, I'm not in no rush to find it. I'm in no rush to find it. Let me know, hey, I know we had odds right now. We had beef. It was a whole fight. However, my nephew died. The phone been around there for a week. Can I get it back?
Stuff it happened after that. I don't want to even get into it because I don't play about my family. And I always, like I told Aikisha, bitch, you gonna have to see me about my nephew, okay? I need his phone.
Child, she didn't kill your nephew. Blame production for giving the man phone away. Blame production.
Right. But anyway, I don't even want to talk about the rest of the stuff that happened.
It's all good. That's just what that was for my part.
So again, Aikisha probably seeing, and again, I only saw about 30 minutes of the live. I don't know how long they were on live, but if I see in the live, you telling folks I stole your dead nephew's phone. Not I stole the dead nephew's phone. So that would probably piss me off.
If whatever happened with Glenn and Willie and all of that, I even said, y'all sound like some kids, like Joshua, some little kids going back and forth. I thought it was comical. I thought it was like, hey, because Glenn, he said, that's all we do when we get together, you know, and they just shoot the stuff back and forth. So this time it just escalated because I sincerely feel like people had a job to do, you know, and something had to pop off because people were sent there. It's been confirmed. Like, your people heard it, you know, that it was confirmed. I just don't know why. You know, I just don't know why. Now, if we were editing and we had a beef going on, then it'd be like, oh, okay, she got some people here, blah, blah, blah. Even that shouldn't even go down like that. But I can understand that. But why would you send people there to do that? And then I didn't even know. So how can you even be comfortable around? Listen, girl, that's a whole other situation.
So again, now Letitia is accusing Aikisha of sending people to Latricia's establishment while they were filming a episode to fight, to do harm, and to cause drama. Now, Willie, who again is like a two-time NFL, NBA, two-time Super Bowl champ, he has like actual businesses. So does Aikisha. So for y'all to be on the live, child, sullying my name. Okay, sullying my name, saying I am sending people up here to fight. Bitch, what? I ain't do that. So again, things they were implying and saying she did.
Like I said, I did not know. I did not know, even from Goddess, what you were telling me. They were riding up and down the street, so that's probably why they were like late getting there, waiting on other people to be there. I just don't know what made her think that. I don't know. Nothing went wrong. Nothing. We were all cool.
That's a lie. We had seen them meet up. Talk. We knew for a fact that Letitia had jealous tendency, jealous feelings, uneasiness since Aikisha came on her first season. And all because she wanted to, help rebuild streets in their town, and she couldn't get it done. And Aikisha had property there and was able to do it quicker. So people always felt like there was a bit of rivalry between them two or whatever. So again, trying to act like that we were great. There were no issues. Like any Ray Charles, all the blind people, Ray Charles, Helen Keller, anybody with best of sight could see this building to bigger things. Okay, y'all had to have these come to Jesus brunches and lunches and meetings because there was so many issues between all of y'all, not just Aikisha and you, okay, but also between Marie and Latrice, okay, between Marie and Tambra, okay, between Letitia and whoever. It's been issues.
I don't know. And it's so focused in on Glenn and Cliff, because that's what was.
At the end of the day, I could give two fucks about Glenn, Cliff, the whole situation.
Exactly.
My whole goal and what I want back. Mm-hmm. No, I did not get the phone back. I think somebody said production was at her. No, my nephew literally pulled up to her house like, brought me that phone. Yeah. But I don't think.
And it's a fucking. I fully understand. You want your phone. I fully get that, but I feel like they're blaming Aikisha and not production for giving somebody's phone, and then I don't know, like, right, child, I got 2 phones in my room now that's dead. I don't know the phones is that. I don't know. So I feel like don't make it seem as if, to get back at me, she kept my dead nephew phone. Girl, production did that. Maybe production has it. Maybe production followed Aikisha to her house, and that's why the phone was at her house. I don't know.
And we are staying focused on our brand. That is very much true. And again, you don't see us going live. Neither one of us. We don't go live talking about anything that will mess up the integrity of the show, anything to go back and forth. I be laughing and reading the tweets and everything with you guys too. Like, oh, I remember that, and just going back and forth. But this here went way too far.
They didn't even do all of this when So Gucci and Selena got into a fight. So Gucci and Selena got into a fist fight, a whole lawsuit, and they didn't come on here trying to discredit or trying to address any negativity that can be looked at on the show. But y'all husbands up here tussling, and now you want to put forth this great effort into dispelling any issues that may pop up. I feel like where was all this angst in season 1 when they kept saying stop discussing people's business outside the show, trying to ruin each other? And then when Selena and Gucci got into a whole fight, y'all didn't discuss nothing. Yeah, even her saying her nephew died a week after all this happened. Aikisha don't know about your nephew. Yeah, Shay. Again, because why would production give them the phone? Production had that phone. If production had that phone and they said, well, we had it and we gave it to, why would you give me somebody else's phone? So something about it seemed like a bunch of bull stuff.
It shouldn't have gone this far. If we have to take accountability, when Glenn walked in, and I don't know how they act, but when Glenn walked in and Willie went to shake his hand, maybe Glenn should have just shook his hand. I don't know how they act when they together, because Glenn has never been home saying, I can't stand Willie and it's a problem. I think that, and let's be clear, Willie just popped, he popped in and he was, Willie just here, to be honest, so it really shouldn't have went down the way it went down, but I think that it was more to that story. And that's just what it is, y'all. But we have a whole, Latrice got her goddess lens. I'm getting ready to go on my Mississippi State. Finally, as someone said, get back to the brand. So why I even started Women Brunch Mississippi, why I even wanted to highlight women in Mississippi. So I'm getting ready to go on a whole tour. Y'all got my brunch wear coming.
Child, Letitia holds lunches and brunches, okay? Those women empowerment, let's brunch and talk about things, whatever. That's what she do, okay? We know that Latrice has a whole hair line and stuff, okay? So, okay, fine.
Now, and Mississippi tour, getting back to why I started and what's important, but I don't play those types of games. I don't play it with nobody. I'm not going to play it. I'm just not going to do that. That's just what it is. That's just what it is. So if you guys say that Glenn and Cliff should take accountability, if they need to take accountability, that's what Glenn and Cliff take accountability. Actually, this wasn't even for that. To be honest, this wasn't even for that.
Even coming on to address what happened, when what happened was the husbands got into an argument which turned physical, which then trickled over into the wives. Like, why act like your husband's actions in that situation did not make things go wrong? Okay, let's not act like both of y'all husbands was not irking. Again, I always say you can't play with somebody who's not playing with you. So you can't crack jokes on me if we ain't in that, like we ain't like that. That it can't happen like that. Cause eventually I'm gonna get pissed. Cause bitch, I don't like you. So trying to ignore the part your husbands and both your husbands, Glenn and Cliff, play in this melee is the issue folks have with you two have us understand. And to me, is a reason why Willie ended up on Carlos King's podcast. We're gonna watch that video next. And why Aikisha came on and said, bitch, we done.
This was for what really happened that could not be shown. And I feel like it would have been shown had it not been just not aligned with what I'm saying for.
Right.
Period.
That's correct.
Girl, somebody's talking about, girl, these brunches are, girl, please, you gotta come to one. Hey, my hater, because I have more, baby. I got more congratulations.
Come to the brunch.
Yes, baby, you got
Make
one.
sure
You think I care?
really
You think that's, do you really think? Think again. But yeah, oh, come to Georgia, Letitia. I will. But that's it, y'all. Love and light. Thank y'all for the support of Belle Collective for the show. And just everything, just everything that you guys do. And we all about entertainment. We all about making a show. We all about being an inspiration. At the end of the day.
Lies. Because of that, this is the thing. This is my thing. Yeah, I agree. You have to learn how to settle people. When you see, now again, to me, I feel like the whole thing that happened, everyone in one way or the other lost control. However, I feel like once it happened, and it happened months ago, to still have the energy of it wasn't us, it's them, shows y'all not about anything being positive or fixing shit. Y'all want to take the blame off y'all husbands. Y'all want to blame other people. And that's the part to me that's crazy. They filmed that back in May. How is it now December and y'all still up and trying to defend? And there's a way to hold I'm a firm believer in, I'm not going to fuss with my man in public. I'm going to back him up and try to calm him down if need be, but I'm not going to go against my person in public. But once something has happened and it's been months later, I can finally address it from a logical standpoint because I've seen it play out. And to me, both of these individuals right here, Letitia and Latrice, are plain scapegoat. Plain we innocent. Plain it ain't us, it's them. And that's the issue most folks have with both of these ladies.
And that's just what it is. I'll talk to Glenn, y'all, about he needs to take accountability or whatever he did.
I'll talk to my man too.
I'll talk to him and tell him that because they really cool, y'all. They really cool, but they get on our nerves. At the end of the day, everybody nerves. You know, at the end of the day, but that's them. They're not trying to, they're not trying to water themselves down. They're not trying to fit in some type of narrative. They're not trying to fit in some type of script or anything like that.
And that's the problem. Look, there are some times who you are to your core has to be checked. Because we know Glenn and Cliff are two individuals who probably don't need to be on TV. They don't know how to just behave sometimes, which is why a lot of folks don't like their husbands, because they both seem disrespectful, misogynistic. Okay, we know for a fact that Glenn and Letitia had a whole cheatation situation. We know that Cliff is very much territorial over Latrice. So I feel like these are two women who live up under the thumb of their husband, and they're making excuses like, yeah, my man ain't got to, no, he need to check himself to be sure he ain't ruining y'all brand.
It's just them, and that's why you guys love to hate them. At the end of the day, otherwise it'll be kind of boring, don't you think?
That's true.
So
no, boring, disrespect and lunacy is not entertaining. People, that's how they feel like the messiness of their lives is entertaining. It's like, no, you can have drama, but be classy about it, not have a disrespectful husband. Okay, folks don't need your husband to be a cheater and an asshole for it to be entertaining.
but anyway, guys,
Wait, we need to take a few questions.
yeah, let's take some.
And I'm sorry I could not edit this down better, but I saw it about 10 minutes before I came on last. So again, I'm sorry, but we have about 10 more minutes of it.
That's why we live. Projecting on what?
Yeah.
Projecting on what? This is us. We don't. This is what you what for what?
Look, that's a good question. Do you guys think we're projecting?
It's talking about, damn, I missed the girl. It's out there.
Baby, Esther being taste honey. Okay.
Esther T. They said the editing was crazy. It was because it didn't make sense. It wasn't a part of it. It came out of nowhere. And just the FYI, it came out of nowhere. No one knew. Even production, they were pissed. They stayed over. They called extra security. They didn't know. They made sure we got home okay. Like, it just literally came out of nowhere. That's probably why it's edited so in a way like, wait, what?
It did not come out of nowhere. Okay. I feel like to keep ignoring the tension between Glenn with Glenn and Cliff as a dynamic duo to Willie is ignoring the issue. It did not come out of nowhere. Even JJ and So Gucci and Tambra, and I think Selena as well said, they not joking. Like, a fight gonna happen. Like, they were saying, like, you can tell shit is going left. But because you two was being ditzy and acting as if your husbands can say whatever to somebody who ain't playing with them, that caused it to get out of pocket. Because nobody was backing down. All the men were many. Egos going crazy. And we should not ignore that at all. And yeah, Cliff stood up. I can't wait for us to get into Willie's interview later on in a minute.
But it is what it is. Willie has always acted like he was better than the rest of the husbands. I mean, that's true. We can't deny that.
Even her right there, her agreeing. Well, yeah, Willie did say, Willie do feel like he's better than the men. This is my thing. Better only means I'm not out here disrespecting my wife, being misogynistic, and not being a good husband. So I do feel like Willie may feel like, as a husband, and maybe even where he is in life, that he is a step above the other guys. But I'm like, everybody should feel like they good. Letitia, your husband is the worst of the three.
Come to Chicago Bells. Okay. Somebody said, "Where is Karla?" Child over there living his best life. The editing was jacked up. Did Cliff let Glenn borrow money? Cliff let Glenn borrow some money? No, but what? So where did they get this stuff from? Good. Somebody said, "Bring your hair bending machines to Florida."
I would love to. No specials on hair yet, but we'll have some specials top of the year.
Did they bring people there? I mean, that was terrible. And again, like I said 100 times, like, baby, you ain't gonna catch me on these lives. I'm gonna let y'all run whatever y'all want to run. But when it affects me, my family, my purpose, nah, I don't play about that. I don't play about that. I want to focus more on y'all business ventures.
That is the goal. That is the goal.
So it's just like at the end of the day, that's just what it is. And I like some stuff I stand 10 toes on and I keep my mouth closed, you know, but some stuff is like, nah, I don't play. I'm not going to play with that. I'm not going to play with that. And still have your opinions. I love it. I'm not that girl. Y'all don't be hurting my feelings in real life at all. Well, I'm one of those girls that be like, oh, okay.
That's a lie. The reason I feel that's a lie is because if you don't do social media, if y'all don't go live, if y'all don't address things, if y'all usually mind the business that pays you and keep it pushing, you two would have never got up, put y'all wigs on, put makeup on or whatever, and put the good wigs on and came on live to address and discuss things with fans. You did it because y'all were bothered by the backlash that came out the night the show aired on Friday. So to make it seem as if, you know, oh, we don't care, we're not bothered, but y'all are. That was why y'all did the whole live in the first place, because y'all felt some kind of way about the narrative that was coming out. Again, like I said before, when the fight happened last season that caused So Gucci to get a no contact order against her husband's baby mama, Selena, who we loved on Bring It with the Dancing Dolls. Y'all did not even address that.
Think I'm the listen, and I love that.
I be like, girl,
Fisher will let you guys know I don't care if it's not my family.
Like, we literally be like, oh, it's your day today, you know. So, Letitia is your brunch from Chicago. Hey. Oh, hey, girl. Yeah, y'all need to get me back in Chicago. Get us, girl. Get us. Me and Latrice will come. Oh, we don't do that. We're not into all of that. Like, for real. I don't play. You know, it is what it is. It is what it is, and it ain't what it ain't. And we're so glad that you guys enjoy the show. We're so glad that you guys support the show. As you know, we are renewed. We do have part 1 reunion coming up next week. You guys be sure to tune in and tweet and be opinion. Yeah, I know y'all gonna be very opinionated, so we love that. So please do that as well. But you know, it is what it is. So we trying to take some questions. What y'all got? And then we're going to hop off.
Yes, what questions do you guys have? I'm about to read the questions now.
Okay.
Sounds like another lie. Hey, believe what you want to believe, girl. Look, ain't nothing stopping money from coming to my pocket, so believe. Hey. Letitia, you are beautiful. Oh, yeah, we do have bread pudding and taste, so make sure you guys come by.
Y'all definitely stood on business. I don't care where me and Glenn are in life. At the end of the day, when it comes to that, I'm standing on business because that is my son's father. Like, baby, we're not gonna play any of that.
So even her in here saying, yeah, I'm gonna support Glenn and stand behind Glenn because that's my kid's father. The same way Aikisha supported her husband. Y'all husbands ain't gonna come at my husband and think I'm not gonna stand behind him too.
And again, none of the females got up until Aikisha got up. We didn't get up.
Aikisha got up because her husband got up. When it's a whole bunch of people and things going on and my husband get up, I'm getting up too. Because I believe in what's going on. You ain't going to catch me slipping.
We didn't get up. We were just going to let them do them. Tell Glenn don't ever wear that shirt again. I got you. Noted.
Good on business. No, ma'am. Because at the end of the day, ain't nobody got a dime. Girl, look, Miss Spice.
Wait, what, girl? You know you gotta have those as well. Do you think Glenn was wrong for swiping Willie's hand? Yes, if that's not how they always play, but they do. Hey, it's always like that. Like even it's like that. Even at the fish fry or whatever they had, it's like that. I don't understand. It went too far. Again, he had somebody in his ear. That's just what it is. Call a thing a thing. And nobody.
The person in your husband's ear was her husband. The person in your husband's ear was her husband. Period. So making it seem as if Willie had Aikisha in his ear is bullshit.
Even if it was one of our husbands. You know what I mean? If it was one of our husbands, you think they're going to look crazy in front of us? No, they're going to stand up. They're going to, stand up. We're not around the guys when they're having a good time. Will you do a brunch in Hattiesburg? I am.
Do you want to take one caller?
Yeah, let's get in.
I think caller.
Let's do a caller. Okay, join. Who want to join? And y'all think I'm crazy.
Oh, girl, we welcome it all.
Okay. Let's do it. Let's do it.
We welcome it all. Who is Baby Spot? Girl,
Spice, girl, she talking to me.
Girl, smoke for me, honey.
Girl, baby.
Spice,
What happened? What's wrong, Spice?
Right, Spice, Baby Spice is in her feelings. Miss
Yeah.
Spice.
Yeah.
Thank you. We do have a good chef.
Mm-hmm.
Look, Miss Spice, make sure.
Why they don't have the same energy with JJ? What did JJ do? The problem I had with JJ, I said it. What JJ actually stopped the fight.
I'm trying to get to the part where she bring up Aikisha trying to get her killed. I'm trying to get to that part.
Or whatever. I was in the bathroom, so I was back in the taste. They said, tell Spice to get on the call where your husband likes the ones that I turned down.
Girl, you should have turned them down.
Baby, don't turn them down.
Baby, don't ever do that.
And don't kiss and tell. And don't kiss and tell.
Never kiss and tell.
They going too fast.
They are going extremely fast.
They said did y'all not watch this? Oh God, did y'all not watch the same thing as we did? It's going too fast. There were a lot of people coming for Willie. They had listen, y'all. It's like how many bells? It's 12 of us.
12. It is about 12. Oh, it's a lot of us.
How many? So at the end of the day, y'all, we have to share the platform with everybody else. It's 45 minutes, right? Because we have commercials. You don't see everything. But y'all,
that's for sure.
It's a good show. We're not going to blame anything on whatever. It is what it is. It's a good show. But a lot of stuff, what y'all couldn't see, that's what we're addressing. Yeah. Because it wasn't, you just couldn't show that. Yeah, a lot. Somebody said, Latrice, you remember how me and this girl and Marie treated you?
I do. I remember.
Yes. Letitia's business is she has brunches. Networking brunches. Yes. That's what she does. And she charged for it.
She ain't on the gas. And even with that, that's why we came. It was yeah. That reunion
are you mad that I didn't give you a job? Girl, what's your cash app?
Who need a job?
We gotta do a girl, she said I interviewed her, so apparently I didn't hire.
Oh.
It's okay. You probably weren't the right person for the job, girl, if I didn't hire.
Yeah.
Try again next time.
Yeah. Effie said these folks mad like in real life. Effie in real life.
Girl.
In real life. Somebody said, so Tisha, you're not gonna comment on Glenn insulting Aikisha before she ever stood up. That came all after. Like next. And so let's talk about her sending people there to kill me. Let's talk about that.
Not saying I hired a hitman.
Girl,
stop now.
Let's talk about
it. Let's talk about what really happened. Right? That it was confirmed. It was confirmed. And she said out her own mouth, her people didn't want her. And right after she went to Pizza Hut and was still talking about it. So there are witnesses for nothing. I had nothing against you. We had no beef. We had no issue. But you told me, you reminded me when you walked out and you said, I've been wanting you. And you also told me that your family been wanting me too. Oh, okay. Yeah. Thank you for letting me know.
That's what she said, honey.
They said so it was confirmed that Aikisha people sent people to kill you. When your people on phone, Latrice know that.
Try to get sued. Why this live happened before Co-Star and Martell went on saying that Marceau threatened to kill old girl. So this is the second set of people on a Carlos King show saying somebody else said a cast member wanted to kill somebody.
Have that information, thank God.
Yeah. Everybody say I'm on the streets, and which is not true. But one of her cousins got on the phone with my people, because my people on call and they with it. So she did inform us that Aikisha called them and was like, I guess the Pelahatchie posse was there to jump on her or whatever. But I think, Tisha, you had like what, one or two guests?
One. Ashley was there, my manager, and Shantae.
So Latrice, bottom corner, you gonna up here and say your friend said that Aikisha cousin called her and said that Aikisha said, girl, why y'all want to get sued?
Yeah. So apparently Aikisha thought that the Pelahatchie posse was there to fight her, so therefore she brought backup or reinforcement. So
all of this is stuff that ended up being addressed on Carlos King Live. We're gonna watch in 1 second.
Confirmed by her people. Matter of fact, her cousin.
Yeah. And I don't even know where that came from. Like, we've been at several events together. We had even had an argument.
No, it's not hearsay. The reason why it wasn't hearsay was because, for a fact, my guest knew it was invite only. You were supposed to bring one extra guest. Aikisha had about 15 or 20 of them. Didn't?
How, child? It wasn't even 20 people there outside of the cast. So even her saying that Aikisha alone brought 15 to 20 people, it wasn't even that many people that we saw there. So does that mean nobody else showed up with y'all? It was only Aikisha's family, the 20 folk that she brought. We've seen Aikisha and Willie walk in together solo dolo. We did know that there was, I think, 2 people with them, like a sister and a niece or whatever. But man, what? And for her not to know that hearsay literally means you heard it from somebody else.
No. When everything popped off, that's when they was coming out the ceilings, honey. I don't know where they came from. So no. It's her not inviting not a single soul, not a single one of her family members to any of her events. So no, it's not hearsay.
Yeah, that is
hearsay. No, this happened before. This is what triggered Aikisha more than likely to quit. This live happened either Friday night or Saturday morning. Aikisha went live, was on Carlos King Live last night. So this is before that. This is the backstory of it all.
It's crazy. That is crazy.
So I wanted y'all to see that part. Okay. So y'all can kind of understand, because something that Willie is going to get into in this next video is based on them responding to what is said here. Okay. Them accusing Aikisha and basically Willie of coming there intentionally to fight, saying, oh, she sent people to come kill me, saying all of that, and then making it seem as if, no, it's not hearsay, it's not alleged, because, girl, hearsay literally means you heard it from someone else and not from the person directly. If Aikisha told you this, that's not alleged. If she told you something, she told you, but you just said, your friend said, that Aikisha cousin said, that Aikisha said, that's the definition of hearsay. So the fact that they don't even know what they're saying, and that may be why the live was taken down, because you're going to get sued, but nothing stay gone on the internet. Okay, somebody's always screen recording. It's always around here. Okay, so I wanted y'all to get a full backstory into some of the bullshit. Okay, now Willie, Aikisha's husband, was a guest on Carlos King Live yesterday. But first, y'all take one little second. Okay, y'all know you have to like the video because I asked y'all to. Okay, so little break, but like the video. And we're back. Okay. Let's get into the live from last night. So Carlos has his lives every Monday, which is smart. Have a little live, have someone from your shows on there, whatever. It's usually have been currently him and Dustin, and then somebody else. Y'all know Dustin's also from Michigan, he's from Flint. I love Dustin. Dustin is the constant. He's a professional on all levels. He has a no reaction face when need be, and he has slight reaction that you have to see up close. Okay, so Willie went into detail, and mainly to me, this what Willie goes into is what Latrice and Letitia was saying on their live from earlier. Okay, again, Latrice and Letitia was live the day or two before. This is from last night. Okay, let's listen, watch, talk, and comment.
I don't think less Southerners. I just want to clear that. You know, my whole inspiration going into the season was I realized after looking at social media and paying attention to some of the comments that had been said about me, that was the kind of narrative that really thinks he's holier than thou because of my resume, where I come from. That was never the case. You know, I'm like a mirror, man. What you give me, I give right back. If you cool, I'm cool. If you loving, I'm loving. But if you with the shit, I can give with the shits, right? And that's just how I'm built. You know.
If you with the shits, guess what? I am too. Okay, come on now. Merry Christmas Eve. We having a good time today. We watching, talking, commenting together as a collective around here. Okay, Merry Christmas Eve around here. Okay, but again, Willie, like if you with the shits on my, okay, I give you what you give me, and we can't ignore the fact that the times we saw Willie, Cliff, Glenn did it, all of them together, it was a are they friends? Are they enemies? Will they fight? Like it was always a bit weird with the guys because again, they're not really friends. And Willie is a bit of a newcomer to the show, whatever. Willie sometimes is out of state working and doing things or whatever. So that's why he was saying this narrative that I think I'm better than them ain't even true.
I'm always going to draw the line because I think there always has to be a line. There always has to be a level of respect. But if you cross that line, I'm gonna be waiting to chew through your chest. That's just how I built since I was young. As far as my relationship with guys, I realized that part of the disconnect was that I do live in New Jersey, you know, so I'm only with those guys when I'm shooting. And so part of the motive for this season was like, all right, I have a podcast. Supposedly they have a podcast. Like we're right here. This is the only forum where we can really just dive, talk about stories, manhood, and really take a deep dive into each other. And
I'm sorry. And the girl in the corner, the woman in the corner, that's Jazz. I believe she's like a producer within Carlos's network. I want to point that out, so I don't want to just ignore her.
As you seen, they wasn't with that, right? They're just like, nah, fuck that. And so I extended the olive branch. And when it was thrown back in my face, I was like, well, I'm out of moves, right? Like we don't have each other's numbers. We don't talk. So the only thing I can offer is my platform. And even if you didn't feel comfortable on my platform, I'll come to your platform because I have nothing to hide. I really wanted to get to know them, man. And I have been critical of everything that they have going on from a storyline, right? But that's all that's been given to me, right? Like if you rap in front of me and I don't like your rap, I don't like your rap, right? I said it. If your storyline's infidelity, then I'm just going with what you gave me. If you have trouble speaking like actual words and you leave that for me and we're gonna go back and forth, then I'm gonna go at you. What you're giving me. So I don't do a deep dive into these guys. I'm only using what they project.
Because on the show, Glenn, I think last season, I think it was last season, Glenn, who was a 40-year-old grown man, wanted to be a rapper. He wrote a rap for Letitia, and everyone was like, that's a horrible rap. He should not be a rapper. You too old to be a rapper. The rap is bad. You rapping off beat. It sounds stupid. We think it's a joke. So last season, Willie, cracked some jokes in the confessional, but it was nothing that anybody else did not also say. I agree, Lavender goes, Willie is not around a lot. He doesn't live in Jackson. They have property in Jackson. They have a house in Jackson. His wife is from Jackson, but he is not there because his businesses are in Jersey. And him saying, when I'm around, I can only feed off of what you give me. If I see you rapping, yo, 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 baby, I love you, and this sound bullshitty, in my confessional, the same way y'all talk shit, I'ma talk shit. If the way I see you treat your wife is crazy, I'ma say that. It don't matter that you from here, how you two men here, even how JJ treats So Gucci and Selena is a bunch of bullshit. I can only respond off of what you give me. We can't even understand what Cliff and JB said half the time. Yeah, yes. Yes, this is him. So, and again, because he is a two-time Super Bowl winning champ, he do be busy and gone, but his wife is on the show because the wife wants to bring attention to her home state, her home city, Jackson, Mississippi. And so she's there more than he is. But folks, he like, but I can only give you what you give me. Okay. Glenn, you can't rap. Cliff, you are misogynistic and you can't talk.
And so with all that said, man, I was frustrated because it seemed like there was times where on camera, I think I tried to extend myself. However, this is the pivot. Off camera, we were Gucci. Everything was cool because even the scene that we had at Nanos, shout out the people at Nanos in New Orleans. They were first of all, the staff was great. But when we stepped away from the cameras, Glenn and I talked man to man. We just had at it. I said, good. I see where you're at. You see where I'm at. Love. Cliff, when he's sober and he's clear-minded, he's a really good dude, right?
Again, notice when he's sober, because we've seen Cliff, who is Latrice's husband, the light-skinned gentleman that we saw before. When we have seen Cliff drunk and people feel like, is he beating his wife? He seemed abusive. People have said you see two different Cliffs. So even him saying when Cliff is sober in his right mind, he cool. He cool. However, once he has some liquor in his system, he's a bit different.
Outside, I don't speak on other people's marriages because that's not. But man to man, we cool. And so after that, and even after we left out New Orleans, I'm getting in the car, JJ and I with our wives. Glenn is like, hey man, I'm about to hit a Bourbon Street. What y'all about to do? I'm like, I'm going to Jackson, man. I gotta get back to my babies. We dapped it up. We shook hands. It was love. There was no issues, at least on my part. It wasn't until 2 weeks later till the opening where I realized the energy and the negativity I was greeted with, and I didn't.
And I want y'all to also try to pay attention to Carlos. This whole live, Carlos was preoccupied in his phone and other things. So a part of me feel like had Aikisha's lawyer already sent something to Kingdom Reign? Was he being told Aikisha and Woody were unhappy? Because I've never seen Carlos look so nervous, so fidgety, so worried about other things. Usually on a live for Monday night, he's a bit more engaged. And in this particular one, he felt a bit, pulled back. Now, that could also be a reason to why Aikisha and Willie said, fuck this. He can't even give us, attention here discussing what happened. But if you just notice a little bit, Carlos in this live, he was very much so just attending to other things going on. It seems as if folks was texting, calling, or whatever him. Like, why are y'all bothering that man? And y'all know he on live. He does this every Monday. So part of me feel like something else was going on in the background in Carlos' face, and I wonder what it was.
Understand, because when we got to Latrice's, I think, boutique shop with the hair stuff, right? Glenn said some slick shit to me, but I was like, whatever. Because first of all, it was hot as hell. Like it was burning hot out there. My wife wasn't feeling well. We had to go pick up the kids. We're dealing with trying to be on time for the event. We had a million things going on, so we were going back and forth. Nevertheless, when we arrived, man, Glenn had some slick shit to say, and I really
remember what he said.
I think he was making fun of my because I just got shaped up and I got sprayed in and shit. So I think he said some slick shit like that. But when you married, man, and your wife is in your ass about being late, worrying about the kids, I wasn't paying attention to none of it. I was just kind of locked in. So with that said, man, as we kind of go through it, I noticed the energy was just different. I can't put my finger on it. I don't know what it is. Even JJ noticed it. Me and JJ are very honest with each other. You all right? He's like, but I knew he had a lot of shit going on with him. So I was just like, okay, Jay. And then when we arrived in Toast, Cliff.
And also, I'm a firm believer in when you are interviewing somebody, you are supposed to be, in sync. I get it. If a phone ring, whatever, you sometimes have to do whatever. But I felt like Carlos was off. He was fully engaged in whatever else that was going on at his house, in his phone, on his whatever. Okay. I don't know. I don't think he knew I don't think he knew she was going to announce it on the live. I think they knew they were unhappy about something. We ain't got back Aikisha's whatever. Or it could have been anything else, but something else was pulling Carlos's attention away from being present and engaged as Willie was discussing what happened this season.
Greeted me at the door. I shook his hand. It was love, yada, yada, yada. And we went to the back of the restaurant where Cliff, I think, has a cigar bar. And for somebody that owns an establishment, I know how hard it is to get it off the ground.
Yeah,
You get a plan. It takes time. It takes a lot of things to get. So me and my wife, being two blacks, a black couple that supports black businesses, we were happy for them, right? My wife has always been outside of the drama, always supportive of what Latrice has done, solely because we know how hard fucking business is.
And usually, even with Carlos, he usually even says, yeah. Like he has a response. How Dustin's in, Dustin is engaging in the conversation. Carlos isn't. And usually we have to tell him to shut up. The fact that he stayed so quiet so long, to me, seemed weird before Aikisha quit.
It is not easy, especially when you're taking a chance on yourself and you're investing in your name and what you're trying to bring to the table. So outside of that, we were happy with what they had been able to do. And so fast forward, we get to the cigar bar. I'm looking around with Jay. And when we leave out of there, I walk to the bar and I see Cliff. I'm like, hey, man, because he was talking to somebody. I was like, I just want to take the time. I said, congratulations. This is awesome. Beautiful place. Da. Great. And, he was drinking. And I could tell, I've been around Cliff enough to know when he's getting a little saucy. So I was just like, cool. But this is his restaurant. Here's his time to celebrate. I'm not going to tell the man not to drink or how to drink. That's not what I'm there for. So fast forward, man, after I said, congratulations, awesome job, I step back. If you watch the scene, the women get to dancing, the drinks get to going, the food get to eating, and everybody's kind of relaxing themselves. Excuse me. And we get to the, obviously they set the scene up. And I realized, man, as I sat down, and obviously they showed a clip of Glenn slapping my hand away, something changed, right? I could just feel it. Like I realized like the odds were on me. And I've never been in that position, especially like.
And I said before, in my tweet, I put Willie and Aikisha felt the vibe was off the moment Glenn walked in, and when Willie put his hand out, because the event was Latrice's bar opening, and they also had a birthday party for Glenn. When Glenn came in, and he purposefully, missed Willie's hand, and Willie extending, the hand, whatever. From that moment, it was a bit of weirdness. And I think it built up from there. And I think Aikisha and Willie felt like, okay, it's some bullshit. We don't know what it is. It's some bullshit. And then Cliff and Glenn piggybacking off each other and being, petty, messy, whatever. But again, you can't play with folk who not playing with you. You can't crack jokes on me when you see I'm not joking with you. You knock my hand away, which is disrespectful. So if that's where we at, cool. Then I'm gonna meet you where you is.
Not insane. I've always been like, whatever happens. We'll do our dialogue. We kind of keep it pushing. And so I'm sitting next to my wife, JJ Gucci, on and on and on. And I can tell by their little. They didn't show it a lot of it because obviously they gotta edit and do what they do. But I could tell they was gearing up, right?
Even him saying they edited stuff, and I get it, y'all edit, but him acknowledging there was even Letitia and Latrice said a lot was edited out. So I get everyone trying to piece together what they edited out. You know what I'm saying? So even saying I get, y'all took stuff out, but again, this is me telling my story. And again, this is the good side and the downside to having someone on your live, because you can't control what they say. And once they say it, it's out in the public. You know what I'm saying? Like if you interview somebody and it's not live, you can edit out things. But when you have them on a live, like we see what they saying, and the same way what 2-3 weeks ago when he had So Gucci on, and So Gucci said on the live how she didn't feel protected. And right when that live went off, he took it down and never put it back up. And he's been mad to me, in my opinion, he's felt some kind of way about So Gucci and how that was handled to this day.
Like you could tell, you know, like the mumbling, the other stuff, and I also know the other. We had two, I guess we call them castmates from Huntsville. Well, they're not castmates, but from other shows, they were there in attendance as well. I could tell the energy had spiked up. Like it was almost like they were showing off, and I was saying, "Oh, okay." Mm-hmm.
Because on the show, Stormy showed up. Stormy from Love and Marriage Huntsville showed up, and so did Nell from Love and Marriage Huntsville. Now Latrice is friends with Stormy. So him saying, okay, seeing how they invited other cast from the other show, and then it became a thing. Okay, what's going on here? You know what I'm saying?
I said, okay, because Dustin, Jazz, Los, you know when somebody's 100 with you, right? You know, you just know, right? It doesn't have to be, you're right. You know when somebody's perking up or trying to show off in front of somebody. And so when we're going through our back and forth, I was like, oh, this is different. This isn't our normal whatever, you know, especially Cliff standing up talking about fuck you, you ain't got money, you know, you a small fish in a big pond.
And some of that we didn't see. We didn't see the whole stand up fuck you. They cut some of that stuff out. Okay, they cut some of that stuff out. So again, Willie adding in, Cliff was a bit more extra in his approach. And again, if you know I don't rock with you and you don't rock with me, but we can be cordial in a work environment, you can't then stand up and say, F you, man, F you. You can't do that to me. Cause we arguing. We gonna argue. So Willie saying, you know, it was more than just, you know, the stuff y'all saw, the depth into which Cliff was coming at me and his bit of intoxication is, and then Glenn probably feed into it. If I'm the only guy here, and I don't really, we have issue again, is going down a road of less resistance that we're gonna end up fighting.
I'm Jesus, and I'm like, bro, you ain't never talked to me like that. Mm-hmm. Not one-on-one. I've been right next to you. I sat next to you. That ain't never been your energy. The most you've ever said was, Willie, I don't like you. Okay, what's next? That's the most you ever said. So for you to do that in your establishment, in front of my wife, in front of people I don't know, mm-hmm. alongside of other people, I'm like, oh, y'all think I'm fish food. Mm-hmm. I said, okay, let's get this shit popping.
Let's get it popping. Now, we did see a couple episodes ago where Cliff did say to Willie, you know, I don't like you. So there was that bit, and I think even when he said it, he meant it when he said it, but it wasn't like in a fighting way. Just a way of like, I don't really like you, like you an asshole or whatever, and it's cool. So cool. So we know how we feel about each other. So why would you keep coming at me at your place of business in front of all these people? That's weird to me. So we finna argue. Okay. And the fact that production is watching all of this happen. And to me, there's a difference in sometimes we as women, we argue, and it can be a loud argument, but it might not lead to a fight. I feel like sometimes when grown men with testosterone in their system, around a whole bunch of people, drinks is flowing, that sometimes can go real far left. That's why I say you sometimes have to always have someone with you that's gonna calm you down and let they see I don't have to calm them down, but I do have to keep my head on a swivel in case. Okay, in case.
And so there's this narrative running around that my wife and I showed up with 15 people. Mm-hmm. We showed up, first of all, it's a public event. My wife's family lives around the corner. I showed up with my niece and my sister-in-law. Mm-hmm.
So him and Minnie, okay, I showed up with my niece and my sister-in-law, meaning my wife's sister and my niece.
No 15 people. There's no entourage, none of that. And so I get frustrated because there's this running narrative that we showed up with a plastic. I'm 6'3", 300 something pounds. If I wanted to tear shit up, I don't need women under 5'5" to tear shit up.
Boom. And sometimes a man who, ain't that tall or that big can still look. I know men's that can tear shit up. Okay. So again, him saying, don't make it seem like I brought a whole bunch of people, a whole bunch of women, or I needed my wife or my niece or my sister-in-law. No, I'm a big football playing dude. I can tear shit up. And again, y'all do notice Carlos ain't said shit, ain't chimed in, ain't stopped nothing. Carlos ain't never quiet. So I do feel like something was going on that he was not interacting in this conversation.
Whoever that was in the pink had the heart of a 6'6", 335 pounds.
Okay, so
who
first
was
of
that
all,
in the pink, Willie? Because whoever that
I'm
was,
gonna keep it a buck. So this what happened.
because we want to know if she was in the group prime mob.
Baby.
We want to know if she was Nuck, because she gave Nuck if you buck, and she
Ride or
did
die
like
down.
Willie. She was sitting on ready, standing on ready. What was who sent her, Willie?
Even Carlos now saying, who sent her, Willie? Who sent her? Because she was ready to fight. Who sent her? So why somebody? This is my thing. If I'm at my people's thing, I'm cool until it's time to set shit off. And when I see a whole bunch of people coming at my sister and my brother-in-law, I'm about to knuck some buck because it's time for me to defend. The same way as soon as Letitia stood up and started fussing with Aikisha. Yes, Willie did cut his hair. He talked. I didn't play that part. Willie cut his locks off. He said he had them for years. He had went through a lot in life. He had like a lot of death in the family the past like 4 to 6 years. And people say you carry a lot of grief and stuff in your hair. He says so he felt like it was time to let the locks go. So he cut his hair off. To have a spiritual, mental cleansing of the nest. Okay, but Carla was saying, yeah, who sent her? Who did that?
But that's the thing.
What was about child?
Think about it. Nobody sent it, right? Tamara announced the thing on the radio.
Oh,
it
so
was public. She talked to my aunt. She's like, TT, I hear this thing going on around the corner from the crib. Can I come? She's like, yeah, it's public. You're gonna be, the neighborhood's gonna be here. Why not?
So again, what we seen on the thing with Letitia, and that's why I showed y'all the first live, because we have to have a full vision of what happened. So when Letitia and Latrice said it was a private event, each person can only invite a person or two. How did Tamara announced it on the radio? That means it was a public event because a cast member announced it on the radio. Now, while that means you may bring 1 or 2 people that will be on camera with you. Okay, the fact that you can bring 1 or 2 folk that can walk in and be on camera with you, that doesn't mean if you live in Jackson and your family live here and they announce on the radio your castmates having a bar opening that the rest of your family can't come. Because even here in the D, if Love and Marriage Detroit is filming and it's announced on our radio here on whatever station or whatever, people will show up. And you will probably see people especially if the people filming is your family. That's what happens in your neighborhood. The fact that they're making it seem as if, they had special people flown in from Timbuktu to come. Bitch, we live here. Jackson ain't but this, you know what I'm saying? They say Jackson ain't but so big. Okay, it's a small town. Everybody know everybody. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that Carlos is like, oh yeah, who sent her? Like, nobody sent her. She lived around the corner. Tamara talked about it on the radio. So she was there too. This was not a private event. Latrice's event last season that had the fight with So Gucci and Selena, that was a private event. That was a small event that only a certain amount of people was invited to. This was a larger event at a bar. So I think Willie thing is, Carlos, stop playing with me. No one sent her. She lived around the corner, and Tambra announced it on the radio. So yes, she came too. And to even make it seem as if the child, Stormy and Nell came from Huntsville, Alabama. So you complaining because somebody in the same city, in the city limits came, but y'all not gonna ask about Latrice inviting people from out of state. Girl, bye.
Why wouldn't she invite her niece? Why wouldn't she invite her sister? By the way, who showed up in flip flops? So if you really coming with smoke, you think we all would know what the hood look like. If you gonna show up, you ain't showing up with slides.
So y'all want us to believe that we brought our family here to fight. Okay, we came here to squabble. Okay, yeah, we came to fight. And slides.
Yeah, they squabbling out there now. Yeah.
Not in slides. Ain't nobody coming in flip-flops and slides and bodysuits to fight somebody. I'm coming in jogging pants, sneakers. I'm coming in combat boots. My hair put up in a ponytail. I ain't got no nails on. I'm coming to fight. You know, Aikisha and Willie were not dressed to fight. Aikisha was in bright pink and some heels. No one is coming to a bar in Jackson, Mississippi to fight somebody in flip-flops. Even if they live around the corner.
You showing up with at least a hoodie and some shit ready to get popped, right? And so fast forward, when I told Cliff to suck my nuts, excuse me, my bells, when he stood up, I had smooth bottoms on. I didn't know what his intention was, but you wasn't gonna rush me. I already know what time it was.
I'm in smooth bottom. I'm a football playing person in smooth bottom shoe because it's an event. I'm dressed. Now let me pull up. Because some of y'all wasn't here earlier. Because I only have the post I put on my Twitter. My Twitter. I just want y'all to see. If y'all not follow me on Twitter, I want y'all to see. This is what, again, that is Willie, Aikisha, JJ, and So Gucci. Ain't nobody dressed to fight except probably Glenn and Cliff, who's in regular clothes and button-up shirts. Willie is in all white and some soft bottom shoes. Okay, Aikisha hair done, hair down, long. Who coming to an event with their hair down if they finna fight? No, because you don't want no one grabbing your hair. So how are y'all saying they came to fight? How? Okay, how? Now, the fact that Latrice said that's her nephew who was pulling Glenn backwards. He dressed to fight somebody. He in some khaki pants and a polo top. That's fighting clothes. Willie got a fresh haircut. Child, tight jacket on round here. Aikisha is wearing her hair down and curled with long earrings, child. A strapless top. What woman coming with a strapless top on? Because when you fighting, your boobs gonna pop out. Ain't nobody coming to fight without no straps hold the titties together. Because who wants their titties to pop out in a fight? Nobody. Because when you're fighting, the first thing that's gonna happen, your shirt gonna get pulled. The shirt gonna get pulled. Okay, Cliff and Glenn around here. And matching tacky ass shirts. Okay, This is trying to stunt. Trying to stunt. I wish I could find more stuff from the a picture of Glenn whole outfit from that day. Okay, but now all we see now is Aikisha quitting. You search the Belle Collective hashtag. Okay, but I feel like let's stop acting like I wish it was more. Glenn and Cliff both were in regular button-up shirts and like jeans and like regular shoes. Okay, that's who came dressed to fight. But I digress.
So I stood up, and when I because we were on a platform, I stepped down. And one thing about me, man, bro, and this is what pisses me off, and this isn't and you know, Los, you weren't there. My niece is she's a rider, man. She's a motherfucking rider. And when I look down the store next to me, I realized like it's on. It was on. It just wasn't, because one thing I know about her, she don't talk it, she walk it. You know what I mean? She would crack a motherfucker quick. And after looking at everything that transpired,
again, I said as we watched Latrice and Letitia's live, I said this was recorded. That whole thing happened back in May. They've since watched what happened, discussed what happened, had time to get past what happened, and in their lives, they're still being negative about it, blaming other people, and making it seem as if it ain't us. Wait, let me see, y'all. It ain't us. It's them. It's them. It's like, no, ma'am, no, sir. I want to let me try to add to let y'all see something real fast. I just found the clip. Now I'm gonna quickly play. Him walking in, y'all. Now you see Cliff. Cliff is in some blue jeans with stains on them from the liquor he was drinking, you know, and then a tacky ass shirt around here. Period. They go Glenn walking in, and when Willie put his hands out to shake his hand, he purposefully, you know, misses his hand and then ignores him. And you see like, oh, what's going on? Oh, really? Okay. And the mood changed. Okay. The mood changed. But I feel like, you know, if anybody was dressed, I'm trying to get to it, y'all. If anyone's dressed to squabble, okay, it's not really Willie and Aikisha, in my opinion. That ain't gonna come to squabble. So I just need them to miss us the bullshit. Okay.
I feel proud about that scene.
Yeah.
I'm very embarrassed about that. Because as a man, my main goal is to protect the women in my life, between my wife, my sister, and everybody. And I was off my post because it doesn't matter if Glenn and I did squabble. I left 3 women vulnerable that was under my protection. And so I cringe at that because everything that did transpire in Toast, it bled outside. And that's when it got really crazy.
Because he also ignored our Aikisha. You know, not Jacktown dudes. They were just regular. But I feel like, you know, my point was Latrice and I'm trying to get all these names right. Latrice and Letitia making it seem like Willie and Aikisha came dressed to fight, ready to fight, ain't true. Because if anyone looked more ready to fight, it was their husbands and not Willie and Aikisha. And Willie's saying now, hindsight being 2020, you know, I've had time to reflect. Yes, I was pissed in the moment, but let me address it. This is what I feel grown people do who don't want no mess. When you're having to discuss it down the line, you address what the part you played that could have been different.
And you know, I watched 8 girls jump on my niece, or at least try, right? And
because again, a part of the clip I didn't show earlier, Latrice and Letitia said a fight did happen. So Willie saying about 8 girls jumped my niece based on this crazy situation where for us as viewers, all we saw was a bit of back and forth arguing, some pushing, and then, you know, it cut to everybody being outside. But him saying no, a whole fight happened that spilled out onto the front. My niece got jumped, or they tried to jump my niece or whatever. I didn't protect, blah, blah, bloop. Okay. So we're getting more of what happened that we did not see.
One of the girls turned towards like, when I see you, bitch, I'm gonna kill you. And that's all because I let, and I tell my wife this, when somebody controls your emotions, they control you.
Mm-hmm.
And I let my emotions get the best of me. And I know I have enough mental agility, enough wit to slap both of those dum-dums down, right? I know that. But I let my emotions go to a place that I left them exposed. Even with me living here, if there was retaliation, now they're exposed. Because at the end of the day, man, and Los, you weren't there. When once we kind of got everything calmed down, I was across the street and I was looking at Toast, and I was watching these people spill out this restaurant. And I was watching people go to their cars, and I'm watching people with intent in their eyes who don't play TV.
Because everybody don't play TV. And that's the thing to where I have to control my emotions because everybody don't play TV. And because I did not control myself, look what happened. Because I didn't let, Dumb and Dumber be Dumb and Dumber. I feel like, okay, this is partly also something that I helped cause. And I still don't feel like Aikisha or Willie caused it. I did say that I felt like, yeah, they could have left once shit went left and they felt like they was being whatever. They could have. However, them staying did not cause it. It was already going to happen because to me, Glenn and Cliff kept poking and poking and poking. And as Willie said, I'm like, okay, if you with the shit, so am I. And that's the day he chose to not be the bigger person, to not let the people be down there. But at least he's realizing that and admitting this is the part I play in it.
They don't play TV. And so I'm looking at it like, man, Willie, you dropped the ball here. I blame me because I felt like I got to protect my wife at all costs. I got to protect them at all costs. And here we are doing exactly what I didn't want to do when I got the opportunity to join the show. I didn't want to be an example of this, right? And so I was embarrassed. I don't feel good about this. I didn't watch, I haven't watched it. I've seen it one time, and I'm not proud of myself. First of all, it's the maddest I've ever seen my wife. And I've done a lot of dumb shit. That was the maddest I've ever seen to tear shit up.
And we've seen Aikisha, like when they cut to Aikisha, when they cut to people leaving out of the restaurant, you do see Aikisha pissed off and going off cussing and fussing. And while I feel like, when any of us get pushed to a point of being pissed, I think the point was I've never seen her that upset. And so I blame myself for even having her in that situation. Again, him holding himself accountable for what happened is proof to me that he's like, this ain't about right or wrong or indifferent. This is about addressing what happened. And Letitia and Latrice in their live that they did on their own platform was a bunch of finger pointing. And it wasn't me, it was them. Bullshit.
And I was frustrated, man, because I have Dustin, and Jazz, I have a foundation, man. I talk to kids time after fucking time. All it takes is 30 seconds to ruin your life. And I was an exact example of what I tell kids not to be. And that pains me, man, because now that allows those kids who are hard to get to, well, Mr. Cologne, this is you. So what do you tell? You let your emotions get the best of you. Because of what? Because of some name calling? And I did feel disrespected. I felt like they were coming at me. And I did feel like my back was pinned against the wall. And you're not going to embarrass me in front of my wife. You know what I mean? And I try to paint the picture at this. I have an establishment. If I was to invite them in my establishment and whatever we celebrate, and I make it solely about disrespecting them in my bar, I expect them to have the same type of retaliation. Like, you invited me here for this bullshit?
Meaning we came here to support you in your business. And then I feel like because it's Letitia's restaurant and also Cliff's restaurant. Okay. Cliff and Glenn is buddy around here. And if they coming at me, or I feel like they coming at me, I'm okay. I'm in defense mode now. I ain't trying to leave. I'm gonna get back at them.
I get that.
So I don't feel good about it because
Carlos is rocking to calm himself down. I do that when I'm feeling some kind of way, and you're trying to just trying to soothe yourself. Again, something was going on in Carlos's work. I don't know what. But the rocking back and forth, him not saying much at all, how he was in his phone. So something, it doesn't mean there's something that was going on the show, but Carlos was for sure in his feelings about something in life and wasn't as engaging. The fact that he wasn't even asking Willie any questions, the fact that he was like, and I don't think it was a Carlos trying to be the bigger person to give Willie the platform to speak his piece. No, because we've seen Carlos in many interviews with serious conversations where he's always cutting folks off. You know, so again, I felt from the beginning there was something different in this interview once Willie came on screen. That's my opinion.
There's one thing. My wife, who I love to death, she's putting in the work, man. She cares about Jackson. Whether we're on the show or not, we're talking to law enforcement. She has the Ferris Street Festival 2 years in a row where she brought in David Banner, Shaka from DTP, Dr. Jackie. She's exploiting black businesses within the city. You know, this isn't a storyline. I watch this woman, as much as my passion is football and sports, I watch this woman go sleepless nights trying to bring something to Jackson from a sense of positivity. You know,
meaning y'all have this show, which was supposed to be, because remember, season 1, Letitia said, I want, in Jackson, Mississippi, we used to have this all black street of black businesses that was popping and booming. And now that whole block is like kind of shut down. We want to bring back the block, bring, more attention to Jackson, Mississippi and all that stuff. His point is, you can say that on the show, but if all you doing is doing brunches from here to there, how would that bring anything to Jackson? It's Fair Street. If you're not really bringing anything to Fair Street, if you said that for your first season and you have not really done that, but my wife has done that, not only done that, but also doing that in Jackson, Mississippi, but also in my town too. And even him saying, like, in real life, fuck the show. In real life, my wife is out here doing the work. You know what I'm saying? Meaning, like, even me, I feel like, it's easy to say, hey, Aikisha quit. No, let's see what happened and discuss the bullshit to have a better understanding of doing the work to see what's going on. So Aikisha is not only trying to do shit for the show, she's also off the show doing things that help and make it be more positive, okay? And can we do that if it's all this bullshit?
We're walking into rooms talking to state officials. We're walking into talking to the chief of police. We're walking to people who have impact within our community, and I show that. Mm-hmm. So I'm not happy with it. I'm upset about it.
And you should be upset when you realize, you know what? I still should not have done that. Even if I felt justified in my angriness, there's a bigger picture that I should have saw, and I'm upset with myself for letting myself get to that point. You know what I'm saying? It takes a big person to say, I still felt like I was wrong. Even if I wasn't wrong, I still don't like my actions.
And I felt like, people want to give me and my wife validation for standing on business. I don't feel like I stood up for myself, sure. But I dropped the ball because my goal at the end of the day is to make sure my wife and my family get home safely, unscratched. And that situation was 5 minutes from being on the 5 o'clock news.
I just really appreciate you saying that.
Again, they talked more in the meantime in between because I was cutting stuff out, So go watch Carlos' whole live job.
And really taking accountability for, wanting to stand up for yourself, but also realizing like you may have taken it a little too far and let it go a little further.
Well, I think I'd taken it. I felt like I had to say what I had to say because a lot of times when you see me on camera, I'm jokey or I throw shots and I kind of pivot. Glenn and Cliff, like my biggest issue with Glenn is I don't see Glenn when he's with Cliff. When you put me and JJ together, you acknowledge us as two individuals, right? And when I have conversations with Glenn, I see the man, and I appreciate the man, a 9-to-5 man who cares about his son and his family, and I applaud that. But when you put them together, I don't see him.
Meaning, when you put two fools together, they will be fooling, and that's true on a lot of these shows. How folks, even how we seen people say the way So Gucci acts when she's not with JJ is different because JJ has issues with his ex-wife who was now on the show. So Willie's saying, like, when I'm around just Glenn by himself, he isn't the same asshole he is when he's around Cliff. Meaning Cliff be in his ear and it's a bunch of bullshit. He's two different people when you put him with somebody else. And if you can't be who you are in front of whoever, then who are you? I can't trust you.
And that frustrates me. As far as Cliff, like I said, when Cliff's sober and he's right-minded, he's easy to talk to for the most part. He actually is a quirky personality and he's smart lip, but I kind of get it. I like dry humor. But overall, man, I don't have no ill will towards those brothers. I'm more disappointed in myself because I know better. I know what responsibilities. Just like Carlos wears that crown, I wear a big crown. And
as Carlos wears the crown, I wear a big crown. You may say you're the king of reality TV or whatever. You wear a crown and your little promo picture, whatever. I wear a big crown too. I have a lot to protect too. And I can't ruin my kingdom on your platform because y'all want to entertain bullshit and then not address the bullshit. Cut and paste up the story to make it seem one way or the other, or allow the cast members to say bullshit on live. I wear a crown too. I am my own king too. I have a kingdom to protect too. And if you are a part of the production and you are allowing all of it to play out because you like it's entertaining, then yeah, I'm pissed at myself. If you won't hold me and us accountable, I will. Yeah, bring me on your live and let me talk.
At the end of the day, for me to possibly put my wife and my family in jeopardy, and knowing I got 2 babies to get home to, I'm better than that. I got to be better than that.
And listen, the reason why I want to make sure you were brought on too, Willie, is because, I wanted you to be able to address things in real time. You will see part 1 reunion this Friday, December 27th of Belle Collective. And then the next Friday, you will see part 2 of the Belle Collective reunion as well. Willie and the men have their own segment. And Willie gets more into it about that scene, but also just in terms of like when men Jones on each other, or when they
y'all watch the bullshit right here.
Joke with each other. And like Dustin was asking, like, was Glenn really that mad? The beauty of the men talking amongst themselves is I always thought the men's jokes were funny, but you never know when someone takes things personally. So there's a lot of surprises that comes out of the reunion.
Yeah, like I hear you say that, but I grew up in the locker room, right? I grew up in the locker room, we're all alphas. You had to be able to stand up, either take it or tell somebody, nah, you crossed the line. And if you felt like they were still disrespecting you, then there's another level you have to take it to. So I've been there.
Meaning, don't make it seem like, oh, well, that was joking. That wasn't like that. You can't do that. And if you don't have the thought process to read the room, to see is production should have quickly knew shit is getting weird. Let's get some security. Let's kind of calm things down. But no, to me, they was like, let it go on, let it go. Let whatever happen. Let it be. Let it be. And I just want to show y'all again, last season at Latrice's event, that was a private event when So Gucci and Selena got into the fight that caused the whole thing. So Carlos' production team, to me, has a tendency to see shit about to go left and let it go left. Then don't have security or have anyone on hand to separate the going leftness. they see folk arguing, getting close, and then boom, and then they want to have a conversation after the fact, and then say, "Oh, well, you know, guys be Jones and then joking away." And I said, as I said earlier, play with folk you can play with. If Willie done told this man, I'm sorry, if Cliff and Willie have both made it clear they don't really like each other. Once you see the energy and this liquor involved, production should be like, okay, we have to separate them to be sure shit don't happen. And Letitia and Latrice sat next to their husbands and never said, hey, you know what? This ain't even about y'all. Let it be. Like, no one took their husband away from it. No one did. But only one husband is making sure we know he don't like what happened.
Since I was 8 years old with my dad. And I've watched men go back and forth with jokes. The problem is, I'm a firm believer in body language. You know when you're taking it too far.
Boom. And read the room. If I wasn't even there and seeing it play out on the thing, you could see, hey, the body language, even if only the body language in Willie was he ain't playing. Why is no one paying attention? Because you want to know why? Because they know drama is what folk live for. And sometimes that shit go too far.
And I felt like there was moments in that scene where, because I felt like Glenn knew me, or at least we were cool, he just said, listen, nah, we cool. Like, you know, there's moments like, nah, this is getting a little out. As a man, I felt like I'm taking it somewhere that that's not my intentions. I'm gonna say, nah, my bad, homie. We bullshitting. Let's party. Let's celebrate. You know, there's ways of getting around that. He didn't do it. And so, and what's wild about it too is that whole suck my nuts, Belle, comment was directed at Cliff, right? But it was Glenn that jumped back. But when me and Glenn got into it, guess who's running? Cliff. So my thing is like, if y'all too bowdy, then be bowdy together. You know what I mean? Because I know if I'm jumping in for my man and my man's not standing next to me ready to go, then where's your loyalty at? And I've always told Glenn, I was like, man, your admiration, your loyalty to this guy, I think you got to be careful, dog. And I've always tried to talk life into Glenn. I've always been like, yo, dog, like you sure where you sure about your friendship? And I've had those conversations with him, and he's always like, man, I'm on my own, man, and da. Cool, only you can be the judge of that. But I'm just telling you how I see it. And so, you know, and Cliff running with this narrative that
also, yeah, you know, seeing Glenn say to Cliff, Willie is jealous of you because you have a young wife and he has Aikisha, as if Aikisha is not a beautiful woman, and the fact that she may not be as young as Latrice, it don't matter. But yeah, why would you try to insinuate and joke about my wife, bitch? What? What? To me, all the women on the show are beautiful in their own way. The wig sometimes that Latrice and them wear, the wigs, the Tamara wig be too thick. Letitia wig be too dry. But to me, they are all beautiful women. So why, as a man, even say, "Oh, that man mad because your wife is young and she don't get old"?
My wife is jealous of Latrice. Lord, please stop. Just please. Letitia, whoever that I heard that comment, please stop.
I think you're speaking to something that is really relevant and very important, right? That people take note of and discuss, right? I'm a black man of a certain age, you know, and what you speak of, finding that balance of like you know what I'm saying? I'm a certain age. I come from Flint, Michigan, and I occupy certain intersections in life. I'm a gay man. I'm a black man. You know what I'm saying? I work in entertainment and media. I occupy a lot of intersections in life where I'm faced with a lot of bullshit, and I have had to defend myself for many, many years. So much so that I built up what I know now through years and years of work and therapy to be an unreasonable defensiveness, right? That I should have been more aware of people's feelings. And now that I am, I work hard to kind of manage that, to be more attuned to people's feelings. Maybe it was something that triggered Glenn in whatever way. And you know, for whatever reason made him react that way. We don't know that unless he tells us. So
well, he knows why he come back.
Thing, you know, but at the viewers, we don't know. So we just see y'all doing y'all's thing, you know, and having the banter that typically people have with one another, and then things just go left. But it.
And then what I appreciate is Dustin chiming in, because they were on live over 2 hours, and a lot of it was just Willie talking. Even though I cut out stuff that Jazz said, I cut out, because again, Carlos did not say much at all. I didn't really cut out anything Carlos said that was maybe a total of 30 seconds worth of stuff. Maybe not. It's probably like 15, 20 seconds, whatever. And I love that Dustin is interacting and saying, hey, I get it that, you know, sometimes we defensive or whatever, and maybe for whatever reason, Glenn, Cliff, blah, 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 were defensive because of life circumstances.
Hit something hit right there for him. We don't know what it was, but it must have been.
He told you what it was, because I told him to suck my bells, right? He felt like that was disrespectful, and he leans with the line like, well, you know, you can say that in Jersey, but you can't say that here in Jackson. Like, first of all, wherever I set my feet, I'm comfortable. I ain't never looked back for nobody. I don't move like that. I'm solid in my skin. So I knew what I was saying.
Come on now, I'm solid in my skin. You can't tell me I'm only saying some shit because I think, you know, no, I'm going to say what I want to say wherever I'm at.
I was saying it because I meant it.
You know what's so crazy though? I was talking about the comments about his performance. That's what I was talking about. That hit something for him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
as far as that energy that showed up in that scene, and that's what we don't know. Like, what was it that made a regular joke, you know, that keeps the show interesting and the interview scenes potent?
Yes, while they were fussing, he did say "suck my bells." Because he didn't want to say "boss," but it was job. Y'all hear music. My neighbors cut the music on. But he did say "suck my bells" on the show. Yes.
What was it that triggered him to make him, you know, react that way regarding that comment? We don't know. So,
well, you will find out at the reunion though.
Okay, good.
Because guess what?
Good.
I asked the questions and I can talk about it because they're here. But Willie, before I let you go, because I know it's Christmas week, and you know, I thank you for taking time out to speak to us this evening. Tell your wife Aikisha I said hello to children.
Well, she's right here.
She like, oh no, she right here. Yeah, she right here. Mm-hmm. Yeah, she here.
What's the talk?
Oh Lord.
What's up, Aikisha?
Hello.
Listen, Willie. Why am I not surprised? Hi, Aikisha.
Hello, everybody.
How cute are you? I love your ears.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you. I'm trying to get this house ready for these kids for the holidays.
Well, Aikisha, I got one last question for Willie. Okay, can he have his own shot, Aikisha? He didn't interrupt your interview with me.
Yes, he can. You can answer his question, and I'm going to say what I have to say, and that's it.
So Carlos saying, can your husband have his own shine? You know, he didn't interrupt your interview because again, Aikisha was on with Carlos, you know, earlier within one of the other episodes or whatever. Because again, every Monday he has on someone from one or both of the shows from Love Marriage Husband and Belle Collective. So even him, to me, I'm like, I don't think he knew they were going to quit. But again, something was going on with Carlos. I don't know what. I don't know what it was, because he seemed more energetic once Aikisha came on than he was this whole fucking interview. And that was the weird thing.
Well, I have a question for you. I love you, baby. But
anyway,
So Aikisha did, you know, plug her business, what they have going on, and all of that. So again, go ahead and get all that. But I was like, no, let's discuss this.
I just wanted to step in. I am excited that Belle Collective has been picked up for another season. I got my pickup letter.
I know that's right.
We were excited about that, and we want to congratulate Carlos, and we want to congratulate the show. And thank you for allowing us to be a part of the platform. But unfortunately, we will not be returned. So just wanted to say that. The colognes are done. So thank y'all and Merry Christmas. And our attorney has sent a letter to the attorneys of Kingdom Reign. So just want to.
So, child, I had to go back and rewatch this. I saw on Twitter right after she quit them discuss it. I went back and watched from the beginning. So I was like, child, what happened? Now look, it's funnier when you go and you watch each person's reaction. Okay.
In, I am excited that Belle Collective has been picked up for another season. I got my pickup letter. And,
I know that's right.
We were excited about that, and we want to congratulate Carlos and we want to congratulate the show. And thank you for allowing us to be a part of the platform. But unfortunately, we will not be returned. So just wanted to say that. The colognes are done. Platform, but unfortunately, we will not be returned. So just wanted to say that. The colognes are done. So thank y'all and Merry Christmas. And our attorney has sent a letter to the attorneys of Kingdom Reign. So just wanted to let y'all know.
Jazz had the worst poker face. Like,
I didn't want Carlos to find out any other way.
I don't want Carlos to find out any other way. So to me, Jazz's reaction was the most like
platform, but unfortunately, we will not be returned. So just wanted to say that. The colognes are done. So thank y'all and Merry Christmas. And our attorney has sent a letter to the attorneys of Kingdom Reign. So just wanted to let y'all know. Because I didn't want Carlos to find out any other way.
Well, listen, thank you so much for everything you brought to the show. You know,
Thank
you have a friend in me, a family in me as well. And anything you guys need, you know, let me.
Like, she was shocked. Like, she was like, bitch, what? Because again, Jazz is in production of some way with Carlos King. She's like, you know, within that realm of things or whatever. So she was like, oh my God. Oh my God.
No, and as you know, anytime you want to return
part of the platform,
Dustin, poker face.
But unfortunately, we will not be returned. So just wanted to say that. The
he froze. He froze. Face frozen.
So thank y'all and Merry Christmas. And our attorney has sent a letter to the attorneys of Kingdom Reign. So just wanted to let y'all know.
Like Dustin face. Dustin he probably was high. However, you know, he never has like a wow reaction or whatever. He like consummate professional.
I didn't want Carlos to find out any other way. I did about that.
Now Carlos's face, child. Carlos's face. Matter of fact, let y'all child get fully into it. Okay, I'm in the bottom corner. Okay, I'm in the bottom corner. Okay, I just need y'all to look at Carlos's face.
And we want to congratulate Carlos and we want to congratulate the show. And thank you for allowing us to be a part of the platform. But unfortunately, we will not be returned. So just wanted to say that. The colognes are done. So thank y'all and Merry Christmas. And our attorney has sent a letter to the attorneys of Kingdom Reign. So just wanted to let y'all know. Because I didn't want Carlos to find out any other way.
Well,
and if you don't watch it up close and personal,
and our attorney has sent a letter to the attorneys.
If you don't watch it up close and personal, you don't realize how his face changed while not changing, but it changed.
The Kingdom Reign. So just wanted to let y'all know. Because I didn't want Carlos to find out any other way. I did about that. And we want to congratulate Carlos and we want to congratulate the show. And thank you for allowing us to be a part of the platform. But unfortunately, we will not be returned. So just wanted to say that. The colognes are done. So thank y'all and Merry Christmas. And our attorney has sent a letter to the attorneys of Kingdom Reign. So just
at this moment, this magic moment, you know, sometimes all that happens is, you know, I think he was fighting for his face to not give off how he felt.
I'm fighting for my life. Y'all killing me with this.
You know, sometimes.
The more you fuck around, the more you're going to find out.
Hell no.
Because it all is written all over his face. You know, he tried to hold it together.
And our attorney has sent a letter to the attorneys of Kingdom Reign. So just want to let y'all know, because I didn't want Carlos to find out any other way. I did about that, and we want to congratulate Carlos, and we want to congratulate the show, and thank you for allowing us to be a part of the platform. But unfortunately, we will not be returned. So just wanted to say that the colognes are done. So thank y'all and Merry Christmas. And our attorney has sent a letter to the attorneys of Kingdom Reign. So just want to let y'all know, because I didn't want Carlos to find out any other way.
Well, listen, thank you so much for everything you brought to the show. You know,
Thank
you have
you.
a friend in me, a family in me as well.
You got a friend in me.
And anything you
got a friend in me.
guys need, let me know. And as you know, anytime you want to return, the door will always be open for you.
Thank you. Thank you for having us. Merry Christmas to everybody, and thank you.
Much love to you.
So he held his composure. Okay. That was my close-up. Y'all know. Look, y'all, when I tell y'all, Coleslaw and them may have gotten 43,000 views on their video. I be giving y'all the stuff around here. You hear me? Okay, I be entertaining the people. Okay, because Carlos was like, "What is happening?" I was like, "Bitch."
Why would she say that?
Like she's done. She's done. Okay. So I had to do a face by face play, because I'm like watching it in real time. You don't really realize each person had a different reaction to the news.
Because I didn't want Carlos to find out anything.
Because all we seen was.
Why am I not surprised? Hi, Aikisha.
Regular.
Hello, everybody.
How cute are you? I love your ears.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you. I'm trying to get this house ready for these kids for the holidays.
Well, Aikisha, I got one last question for Willie. Okay, can he have his own shot, Aikisha? He didn't interrupt your interview with me.
Yes, he can. You can answer his question, and I'm going to say what I have to say, and that's it.
He can answer his question, and I'm going to say what I have to say.
Well, I have a question for you. I love you, baby.
But anyway, I just wanted to step in. I am excited that Belle Collective has been picked up for another season. I got my pickup letter.
Meaning I was asked back. Okay, I was asked to come back round here.
Yeah, that's right.
We were excited about that, and we want to congratulate Carlos, and we want to congratulate the show, and thank you for allowing us to be a part of the platform. But unfortunately, we will not be returned. So just wanted to say that. The colognes are done. So thank y'all and Merry Christmas. And our attorney has sent a letter to the attorneys of Kingdom Reign. So
Meaning, yeah, my lawyers will be in touch. Yeah, my lawyers will be in touch.
just want to let y'all know, because I didn't want Carlos to find out any other way.
I did not want him to find out no other way but from me directly in his face on live. And again, Carlos had announced earlier in live that was his last live of 2024. That's why he dressed up with that fur around his throat. Okay, so Aikisha said, you know what? Checkmate. You had my husband on to express what had happened and stuff. Child, I didn't want him to find out. I didn't want to find out in no other way.
Well, listen, thank you so much for everything you brought to the show. You know, you have a friend in me, a family in me as well. And anything you guys need, let me know. And as you know, anytime you want to return, the door will always be open for you.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thanks for having
Carlos.
us. Merry Christmas to everybody, and thank you.
Much love to your beautiful family.
Love you guys. Yeah.
Yes.
And child, they clicked off. They logged off. Okay. They said what they said and logged off. Bye. I gotta go. I have to go.
He can. You can answer his question, and I'm gonna say what I have to say, and that's it.
Well,
Because even remember when Carlos said to Willie, before I let you go, say bye to your wife for me. He said, "Oh no, she right here. She want to say something."
I have a question for you.
And while he asked Willie and Aikisha about what they had going on, like they stuff or whatever, they said that stuff too. But she said, my point is this.
I love you, baby.
But anyway, I just wanted to step in. I am excited that Belle Collective has been picked up for another season. I got my pickup letter.
I know that's right.
We're excited about that, and we want to congratulate Carlos, and we want to congratulate the show, and thank you for allowing us to be a part of the platform. But unfortunately, we will not be returned. So just wanted to say that the colognes are done. So thank y'all and Merry Christmas. And our attorney has sent a letter to the attorneys of Kingdom Reign. So just want to let y'all know.
Meaning there's no need for us to discuss shit. My attorney will be in contact.
Because I didn't want Carlos to find out any other way.
Well, listen, thank you so much for everything you brought to the show. You know, you have a friend in me, a family in me as well. And anything you guys need, you know, let me know. And as you know, anytime you want to return, the door will always be open for you.
Thank you. Thank you, Carlos. Merry Christmas to everybody. And thank you.
Much love to your beautiful family.
Thank you guys. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh,
Monday night, y'all.
Oh,
Monday Night Live. That was an exclusive.
Oh.
Yep, that was the message this Monday. That was
I'm
the
goofed
message.
and gagged.
Yeah.
I'm like, how do I react? I didn't know if he. Oh my goodness. Okay.
Yeah. So the funny thing is, this is a reality show. Carlos has built a beautiful empire following the reality, and what we just saw was the reality of that situation. So kudos to everybody, and you know, Carlos is a consummate professional, as we see, and that's how we handled that with grace. And shout out to the Colognes, a beautiful family.
Yes,
that, we got a chance to get to know. Yeah.
Yes, no, they're a gorgeous family. They're great for the show, and they will be missed for sure.
Yeah.
Now that's how that part of it all ended. But I want to go into a couple of things. Okay. Want to go into a couple of things. Now, Carlos keeps losing people. Okay. Carlos keeps losing people. I feel like Aikisha complained earlier on in the season about how they used the opening credit of her twerking, and she wanted it removed. They would remove it. You know, seeing how the season played out, to her feeling as if they edited the season finale as if, you know, she was this crazy thing or whatever. Seeing Letitia and Latrice on their live saying, oh, you know, they try to fight us, they sent people to kill us and all these things. I felt like I just felt like y'all keep playing with me as if I need this show. And Carlos, as a producer, creator of the Belle Collective, Love and Marriage Hunts, for all these things, you keep playing these games as if everyone needs the show. Again, Aikisha left this show. We know that Monique Samuels left DC. Winter also left DC. We know that Stormy and Tiffany both left Huntsville. I think child Mel need to leave Huntsville. So I feel like is this karma for Carlos? Is he not responsible enough to handle the cast? Like, at some point you need to reel shit back in, because again, seeing Letitia and Latrice's live that happened, seeing, you know, Coleslaw and Martell live that happened, accusing Marcel of cheating, having the girl accuse Marcel of threatening to kill her, you know, the whole revenge porn thing about Mel. Carlos is the person in charge who was not protecting the cast. Winter said how she felt like he did not protect her against her ex-husband, who they brought on the show. Monique felt like they cut out too much backstory with her and her husband, and she felt like the scapegoat. Okay, we keep seeing Carlos be the common denominator and not holding people accountable. We still feel like we don't know why on God's earth Martell is even still on Huntsville based on stuff he done to his own ex-wife. And, you know, the fact that there's all the lawsuits up the yin yang. Okay, we seen, you know, that so Gucci and Latrice was back and forth in it. I'm sorry. So Gucci and Selena with the whole no contact order. You know, that Mel and Martell, there's a no contact order that Martell cannot contact Mel. Okay, so why is Carlos helping create, or not even create, is Carlos helping push a toxic narrative of toxic situations and then allowing the cast to then go on live and be all kind of crazy and shit? You know, yeah, even with So Gucci, who was, let me see if I can find it. So Gucci. Hold on. So Gucci, when I find a picture of So Gucci. Where is So Gucci? Oh, that's Will and Aikisha. So Gucci and Selena, who were beefing. Why can't I find So Gucci and Selena, child? Well, that's So Gucci right there. So Gucci, who told the people on the, I think it was maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago, how she felt like Carlos did not protect her in her altercation with Selena. Again, we know that Selena and So Gucci got into a fight last season. Okay, got into a whole fight last season to where So Gucci put out a no. So Gucci tried to sue or have a lawsuit or police report filed against Selena, who is her husband's baby mama, ex-wife. You know, Selena who was on Bring It. Okay, Selena's the mama of Sky, and Star, the twins, whose ex-husband is JJ. Okay, and they had a whole fight around here. And when she said, I don't feel protected, I don't feel like y'all knew that there was a no contact order and y'all still made a choice to have that lady film, I did not feel protected. And in that conversation, Carlos then pulled the live down. I thought I had a picture of Selena, but I don't. But she said how she did not feel protected and how she felt like, you know, you knew it was some bullshit going on between me and that man, or me and that lady, and you still had it on. And then Carlos took the live down, child, and his next live said, yeah, I prefer if my cast has issues with me to contact me off of social media, not on a live show, blah, blah, blah. So we also know that Selena girl, that Aikisha and So Gucci are cool. I also wonder if, in support of So Gucci, who probably felt like I'm being chastised, he took down my live, he did not put it back up or whatever, was her point in, you can't take this away. You can't remove me quitting. It's going to be all over social media. You can't remove it, because he removed So Gucci saying how she felt unprotected. You can't do that. So I'm gonna come on your platform before you leave on Christmas break, Carlos. I'm gonna come on your platform and say thank you for offering me a new season. We're gonna say no. Have Merry Christmas. Gotta go. Okay. And so a part of me feel like that, you know, possibly was that her way of also supporting her friend, backing up her friend, because you played my friend. You played my friend and did not allow her to express how she felt. You played my friend, and even if So Gucci was aware about Selena filming or whatever like that, she's telling you how she felt in that moment. You know, yeah, Sonny left the show as well. Sonny, who, you know, Sonny and Moses. No, Moses is currently locked up for a probation violation or whatever. And Sonny said how she ain't coming back for the next season of Huntsville, you know, because they brought her on that show, had that narrative, and she felt like she was blindsided into things, and so I am coming back. Okay, I do wonder. Wait, if Mel is coming back after whatever they're filming now, Mel could easily still be an EP and not film, but Mel has more control of things than the other ladies on the show. Letitia is the one who pitched Belle Collective to Carlos. So, but I don't think she has as much clout, attention, or power as Mel does. Only because her husband editing is crazy. Her husband's like an asshole. So it's weird. It's weird. And I do blame Carlos, in my opinion. Okay. Is it karma? Because his cast keeps quitting. The fact that he has not addressed the bullshit of coleslaw and that girl, why he don't talk for what? The fact that Martell is even on the show still is crazy to me. So we shall see what happens next season. Again, the show is already picked up. The Belle Collective. Belle Collective was already picked up for a new season. They're filming Love MH Huntsville now. So in a way, all of this will play out later next year. But I feel like, Carlos, you are the head of it all. The drama starts with you because you allow your cast to fit. Sometimes it goes too far. But you keep having altercations on the show with the cast. What is going on? What is going on? I do not think. I do feel like Martell needs to be fired. One, because I don't think anybody wants to film with him anymore anyway. But you can't keep, promoting the bad behavior at all. So again, Aikisha quit live on air. He can't take it back. And a part of me feel like next season, even if the ladies attempt to drag her name, it'll make them look more pathetic. Because why would you come back the next season and only have all this conversation about somebody who can't come on the show and respond? You know what I'm saying? So Aikisha leaving was a chess move, because even if y'all felt like we would continue on the story of what, even if y'all felt like next season for Belle Collective will address the fight scene around the world, one main component of that is removed. So now y'all can only hold y'all husbands accountable for what role they play. Because to me, ain't no reason to mention Aikisha, leave her be where she at. Okay, period. Because even after Monique left DC, I'm like, yeah, y'all should not talk about it because she's gone. Let it be what it is. So Carlos, get your shit together. Get it. Each show has not had some. It's been fights on Belle Collective. It's been fights on Huntsville. It's been fights on DC. Fix it. The narrative should be, one, y'all all too old to be actually fighting. But when you have people willing to do whatever for attention on the show, it's going to get messy as fuck. And it's gotten messy so much so that people are quitting left and right. And some folk, to me, do need this show. Okay? They want to be on this show. But Carlos should know we don't want to run the show to the ground. Because to me, Huntsville is getting close to the gutter because of Martell. They're allowing Martell to drag them down in the gutter. And you need to stop now. Okay? Because at the end of the day, most stuff that we see they're beefing about, it be lying. They be lying. Girl.
It was all a lie. Guys, it was all a lie. She lied.
And stop lying on people. Anyway, I think that's it. I do. I think we fully got into all of the things between the live heard around the world, Belle Collective, Carlos being embarrassed around here. Okay, but y'all know it's content all up and through. Again, it's Christmas Eve. I want everyone to enjoy the rest of y'all evening and stuff. Okay, again, I will probably be back on live. I don't know. Did y'all want to go? Cause look, my family's out of town for Christmas. I'm gonna be alone on Christmas. My mom and them is out of town right now. We might come and talk tomorrow. Child, yes. And I'm gonna let it be. Because I'm gonna go jam myself. Okay, finna have some fun myself. So I might come on because I saw the longer version of Karen's DIY video. And I think we're gonna have it's an easy watch along. Maybe tomorrow night. I don't know. We shall see. If not, I'll be back around here on Thursday and Friday, and we'll see. But yeah, y'all hear the music. So we're gonna end it right here. Okay, do not forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. If you have not already subscribed, okay, subscribe, like, and all that stuff. Okay, comment in the comment section. Even once the live ends, go to the comment section. Okay, on the posted the video and say, "Hey, Jaylee, Timbuktu is 15." Just post whatever. Okay, I gotta go. I love you all. Merry Christmas, y'all. Love y'all. Bye.